Hey, and welcome to Beginning Mixed Media class. And we are going to be doing the 8x8 canvas. Can we play around a little bit? Um, let's see who we Hey Martha, June, Talise. I'm reading down Carla. How's everyone doing tonight? I've been running around since I got home. How's everyone doing tonight? Oh, Crystal is going to be a little late. She's working late as well. I wasn't expecting to work late, so I came home. I was rushing around trying to get everything done. But made it with not being too late. So we got a couple of minutes before. No, but I'll eat afterwards. I usually will eat afterwards. Yeah, it's been that kind of a Monday at work. Everybody usually is out on their what they call regular day off because they work 9-hour days and then they get one day off every couple of weeks. And then we had a couple of taskers. We have this big board meeting tomorrow for the tasker that we're working on. So, and then the rest of the week I will be inputting 250 requests for money. Yeah, there's got to be an easier way. I don't know. I have my coffee, so that shall suffice for a while. But I did tell everybody 7:15, so we get to chit chat for a little bit. So what is everyone doing tonight? Martha, how are you doing? June? Oh my gosh, June. I'm so excited you'll be doing this 8x8 canvas with us. And it's a small canvas. I wanted it a little bit bigger than the 5x7 so y'all have room to play with. And but I didn't want it so big, like 8x10, that you would get overwhelmed. So I thought 8x8 would be a perfect canvas to start with. And then if you want to add additional 8x8 canvases, you can, to make you a little three-peat, or you can put 4x6 on the side, or you can make an 8x10 and do varied canvases. So, hey, Miss Jean. Miss Jean's in the house. How are you? Oh, you still haven't gotten it? Oh my God. Did you check the tracking, right? So it should be there tomorrow. I will double check on the tracking. And now then Chris, I just sent Chris's off, so she should get hers in a couple of days. I was a little late. I had the wedding, we had the rehearsal dinner Friday, we had the wedding Saturday, and then as soon as I got home, Crystal went live. So, oh, you can't hear me? Holy crap. Hold on. Huh. Can you hear me now? Can anybody hear me? Okay, can anybody hear me? Oh, you can't. Okay. Okay. Y'all scared me there for a minute. I was like, am I talking to myself? Hey, Miss Joanne. All right. Could y'all hear me the whole time, or was it? Because I usually use my microphone on my Oh wow. Is it okay? Ask her. She might have it muted. Dumb question, but did you turn up here? Okay, I'm typing. Okay, so yeah, okay. Okay, she might need to go back out and come in. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna give it about 5 more minutes. Does anybody have any questions? We are gonna start to do the 8x8 canvas. We're gonna do it slowly. Hey, Miss Amy, how are you? We're getting your mats ordered, Talise. We're getting your stickles ordered. Oh yeah, Talise, text me and tell me what white stickle. There's like freaking 80 million white different stickles. There's crystal, there's white frost, there's clear. I mean, there's so many stickles. Is there a particular one that you wanted or all of them? And then Amy, to be more specific, because I know you were looking for a die cutting machine. So here is my analysis that I've come across. Is that Crystal will be here in a little bit. She's going to do the homemade gesso. She had to work until 6:30, which means she is still at work at this moment. So as soon as she gets home, she's going to jump on. Um, can you please text it to me, Talise, in Messenger? Thank you. And Amy, so I was looking at it. If you do the steel ruled dies, which are the thick dies from Tim Holtz and Sizzix, then you'd want to go. And if you want something that is automatic and not hand cranked, then I would go. Oh, let me text Bart. Well, I sent Barbara email as well. I wasn't sure. Let me. Thank you, Talise. Um. So the best one that we looked at was the Vagabond or a Sizzix machine. But I think the Vagabond, which is automatic, will probably be best. And of course, okay, I text her. All right, and I sent her the link. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Like I said, I have my coffee. And we're ready to roll. I think we're all running late tonight. So, and I went in early today so I can get off early. They didn't let me off early. I just wanted to say that. That how dare they not let me off early after I came in early? Not good. Not good. Okay, so I know not everybody has their kit. Jean. Oh, she still has nothing. Wow. Um, try the link in oh, okay. So the one that you do manual and by the motor, I believe that's the Evolution. And the chat messenger. See if that works. Yeah, oh. Hey, wait a minute. Don't they have like do the CC closed caption? Oh, I can't type. All right, so yeah, that's what I was thinking, Martha. All right, so in your kit, doggy, go away. I have doggy sitting here in my lap. You can still, I still have on work clothes too. um, you should have your 8x8 canvas. Um, you should have your little doodads. You can use these. You can practice on them. I threw these in there so that you can probably play with your sprays to see how they look on paper and stuff. So I thought that would be a pretty good kind of to practice with. And as well as you can make backgrounds with this. So you can pile them up and put them over your canvas and make backgrounds with them. Or if you're doing junk journals, like I know Amy and some of the other girls do, Talise and I forgot who else. Martha, I think might even do a junk journal, right, Martha? You can fold them up and make them pockets or use them as junk journal stuff. So these doilies are always good to have. Paper doilies are better to have. I did put the unique in there. There's still some stuff. Oh, I mean it not okay. Comparing the different, yeah, right. Yeah, I know. Well, I know that when and we'll talk to you about it later, Amy. We'll probably have to do a hangout or whatever. I tried to get the little birdies and the butterflies in there, but yes, you will be doing a junk journal sometime. It's well, not really a junk journal. It's like a journal, but very clean. I don't really do junk journals, but I like the cleaner looking journals. But I did add the unique in there. I had butterflies and birds, but they never showed up. Daggone wholesalers. However, the face stencil showed up, which I'm very happy about, and the waxes showed up. So that was the two important things that showed up. Yes, and doilies are great for cards. So the face stencil showed up, and it has the little corner, so you can use these. You can use these. And I really wanted to give you some options as far as stencils. Plus, you'll be using stencils. You can use stencils on anything, actually. This is the damask. And then this is the vine stencil. Then the other stencil we got, which is the doily stencil, can also be used. I did put in one of the rice papers, and we can tear this. You can do your whole background with it, and you'll see kind of what I do with that. I did put in another mixed media book, and this is for you to take notes. You can practice in, you can do whatever. I'm going to keep on giving you the mixed media books throughout, because at the end of this whole mixed media journal, we're going to either craft a journal, or we can get one of the Prima journals that this actually goes in there. But I kind of like crafting my own journal. And I don't know, I put the link because I was so excited that I kind of not guessed right, but was kind of right. But I love these checkerboard stencils, and these make great little accents around the pages when you're doing journaling. And I don't even have everything with me. Great little accents when you're doing either journaling, mixed media, canvases. So that is one of the reasons I like this one. I also included the messy stamp, which I actually don't have on hand. It's in the other room, and I will get that because I am so unprepared. Hold on. Let me go get it. And if you can still hear me, you can hear me running. Running fast. There we go. Okay. And here we go. And running fast. So, nope, not working. It's oh, I'm so mad. Okay, somebody has to be the stenographer tonight for Jean. Okay, so um all right. So also you have the messy stamp. And let me get my little autofocus going. There, that's a little bit better. And then you have the messy stamp. I like this because of the words. And again, junk journals. Never get the CC thing to work on live show. Oh, really? So elements. This is for Jean. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. We have to get a piece of paper out. Okay. Got my piece of paper. Kit. We're going to make this work for Jean. And, oh, hey, Penny. Penny's back. Oh.
Hi, everybody. Sorry about that.
Penny's here. She was getting dinner, too.
And coffee and phone.
And coffee, yeah. All right. So, also, what I did. Now, what kind of teacher doesn't do her own freaking molds? Yeah, I forgot that. So I had to rush and do that too. So I gave you a mold from this mold.
Beautiful.
It's just, and then this is the medallion mold. And so I gave you one. So it was actually a choice between this one and this one. I did both, and I thought this would be a little bit more versatile as far as use. So let me pull that one out. All right. Then you can tell I'm pulling out the molds as we speak, right? Sad. I'm unprepared. And then the dog keeps, I gave the dog a bone. Yes, I did put a lot of resin pieces in the kit. Because, I mean, if you're like me, and I believe everybody is like me, this is the other set that I gave you. And I just pulled out, except for the face. The face was kind of creepy. So I wasn't going to do the face. It was really creepy. And so if you're like me, I don't know what resin pieces. I cannot look at a mold and say, this is actually what I want to use. She gave us, because it's versatile. Yes, there you go. So I don't know which ones I'm going to use. So I decided just to do a plethora of, June's going to get me, plethora of molds. And see which, and ones that would fit very well. I also used the heart mold. And I also used, you can tell I'm so unorganized. And I also used the Hearts and Wings mold by Stamperia. So I figured, and the little angel, which I already have one made, plethora. Come on, teach. Oh Lord! And then the dog is sitting here yelling.
Cornucopia.
Yeah. What? Shit, I don't know.
Cornucopia.
Yeah, cornucopia. And then he's in black, but I also gave y'all the angel. And then I think, if I'm not mistaken, I gave y'all the key. One of the doorknob things. And you really don't have to use it for this project, but it's good to have on hand. You know, they're cute, whatever. And So these are kind of the ones that we're going to work with. I know I had asked all of y'all to do like a bit of a composition, and that's just to get used to where and take a picture of it so that you would know what you're going to do on your canvas. Because once you get started and you start gluing stuff down and it don't work, believe me, you don't want to go through that. So the other thing that I have is we are going to do a giveaway on a kit. And y'all know me. So there is one person that has been here and been supporting and been to all the classes. And I myself am paying for this kit. So I got to pay back the store. And I'm going to send Miss Carla a kit. I know you didn't get a first kit, and I know you didn't get a second kit, but I still want you to kind of play with it. So I'm going to pick out some, what do you call it? Some Moonshadow Mist out of my own stash, and a shaker out of my own stash, and I'm going to send it to Miss Carla. So Carla, please send me your cornucopia. Please send me your address, and I'm going to send this to you. So anyway, that's what I want to say. All right, so let's get started. First thing we are going to do is, if you have not already, we are going to prepare our canvas, which means I don't have no water. But we can do that. I know, right? Oh, I got a water bottle. Hey, we can do this. I'm just gonna put it in, and I gotta find me a cup. Oh, hey, here's a water cup. Yeah, I mean, you have people, and I know not everybody can afford it all the time. And she's been so sweet. She's been through a lot, and I thought, I thought that would be good for her. Okay, I don't even see colors anymore. Okay, so let's prepare the canvas. Oh, June started sweating. Yeah, don't let Penny get started with those long words. She gets us all the time.
Huh?
I think she does it to test our brains.
What?
Yes, you do. All the time. All these big words.
I do not.
What is a bunch of Pegasus?
A bunch of Pegasus? There's no such thing.
Ah, I thought you had looked it up.
And that's how we found out there's no such thing, because Pegasus is actually the name of one creature.
Okay. So if there was a herd of Pegasus.
There can't be. There's only one.
Well, I'm making up my own Webster's dictionary. They're Pegasi.
Okay, winged horses, you mean? That's the only way that we can do it.
Pegasi. Oh, so also, just to let you know, I know we mentioned it on Saturday, but we are going to do a Easter basket mixed media using paper mache eggs that you can find at Dollar Store. You can find them at Walmart. You can find them at Michael's. Where else can you find them? Joann's.
Hobby Lobby, too?
Hobby Lobby, yes. And we found we're going to use a half-gallon ice cream. Or is it a gallon? The big jammy.
The gallon one?
Yeah, we're going to use a gallon ice cream, and I know all y'all got them because I got about 2 of them in my fridge. So we're going to use a gallon ice cream and container, and a paper mache bunny that I think it was $3.99 at Target, but they may have them other places. Pegasus. What? All right. And If anyone is looking for old paper and stuff like that, I am going to be doing grab bags of stuff because I have to downsize my craft room a little bit. That might be a future announcement in about a month. I'm not sure. But if that's the case, I will be getting rid of a lot of stuff. All right. So we have gessoed coffee, the canvas. So I'm going to dry it. If anybody has any questions, let me know. Hopefully y'all working along with me. And even though we're going to be putting some rice paper down.
Where did you find the bun?
The bunny was at Target.
Target Boutique.
But I do think, yes, Target, yes. But I do think I did see some at other places. But, oh, let me tell you what happened, though. So I was on Target looking for a bunny. Yes, Amy, you can have any, if you don't want to, repurpose the ice cream bucket, you can use a basket of your choosing. The bunny, and I will show you the bunny. Did I leave the bunny downstairs? I will show you the bunny after we finish this part.
I'm going to check if Target has it online as well.
They do.
Oh, they do? Okay.
Yeah. And Lord Jesus. See, this is why I hate the dog being around my craft room. Freaking dog hair. So,
oh, they have cutie paper maches.
Yes.
Here you go, Joanne. That will take you right directly where it is, so you can see, and you could probably get it very cheap. Just order it online.
Yeah, if you So what happened was, I guess it was when we were thinking of it, we were kind of bouncing ideas back and forth between us. And we're like, well, I'm going to search for bunnies. And them bunnies were too expensive. So we were like going to scrap the project because we don't want people going out and spending a whole crap load of dollars. So finally I found the bunny at Target, and it's the perfect size. So how lazy is this? So I picked up crystals as well. And so I'm going to send them to her. And almost dry. So they have a thing like Walmart where you can have them bring it out to you at the car. And I was like, well, I want to do that.
Well, isn't that nice?
Say what?
That's nice.
Right? So I was at the light and did the app thing and said that, I'm in a white car, I'm going to park in number 1. So I go in there and park. As soon as I park, little guy's running out with a little bag of bunnies. Where you go, ma'am? I'm like, how American got it? I'm like, I can't even get out my car to get bunnies. So, this is just to say, if you don't want to get out the car, if you have the Target app, you can do on-site pickup, and they will bring your bunny to your car. Don't forget to adjust other sides as well. Oh, I'm on the big screen. I'm a star.
It's a drive-through order for buns to go. That is so cute.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cute though, because I was like, what? They come out?
That's awesome.
Oh, I'm getting ready to put this in my coffee, y'all. Oh my gosh.
Oh. I have not done that yet. How many of you have actually done that? Question in whatever you're drinking.
Yeah, I definitely need to slow down.
I have not done it yet. I know it's going to happen. It will happen.
Oh, God. All right. So you got it gessoed. You got it dried. So I'm going to wait a few, see if we got any questions, and I'm going to continue on. Yes, Miss Jean, I am drying the canvas. I pre-gessoed it. And this is just a Liquitex white gesso. If you decide to go the dark route, you can actually take the gesso, and if you have any colored paint, you can paint your gesso, and that will give you a base color. You do not have to go white if you don't want to. The only reason I went white is because of the fact that I want, excuse me, I want the rice paper to show up a little bit better. If you have a darker color, it will show up dark. Let me see if I can get a darker color. It will. So that is going to show up a little darker, if you notice, versus.
Nick, do you also have the Liquitex transparent clear?
The what?
Gesso. Clear gesso, the transparent.
Yes, I do have. I have the clear transparent from
Art Basics.
Okay. Yeah, Art Basics. I actually got this from Michael's a long time ago, and I think it's still like this much because I thought it would be better for the thing. So I'm gonna just show you, if you're going dark on a dark canvas, could you go over how to? Oh yeah. I am going to stencil the sides as well. So I just wanted to show you something. So this is, and this is not even really dark. Ooh, I don't want to do that because I don't have the top on. This is not even really dark. This is like a gray. Let me find a black piece of paper. Oh, here. I got a pack of paper here. And I'm going to show you the difference. So this is the dark and this is the white canvas. So when you're thinking about rice paper, you want to make sure that if you're doing a colored canvas or a black canvas or even a brown canvas or whatever your background color is, and you're going to put rice paper on, just make sure that you know how that paper is going to look on the canvas. So here's your dark side. So you see it's a little bit darker. Let me see if I can get it. There you go. So this is half white and this is half on the dark side. So you can see kind of the difference, hopefully. There we go. This is going to be a little bit brighter. Now, let's go ahead, and I got some black paper. Let's move this out of the way before I have a spillage. So if you're going to do a black canvas, then it's going to be a tad bit darker than what the gray was, but it's still going to be darker. So if that's the effect you're going for, great. If not, and you wanted it to be a little bit brighter, then you want to make sure you have the white canvas. So that's just FYI. Now, the second FYI is stenciling. So, did I get it all dry? Yeah, I got it all dry. No, I didn't get it all dry. So, the other thing is when you're starting the canvas, you want to know where you're headed. So, if you are going to put rice paper down on the entire thing, you want to make sure that you put the rice paper down first and then stencil over it. If you are going to be tearing, which I will be tearing, then you have options. You can tear it, put it down, and then let's say I'm going to tear just this corner and put it over here, which I am. Then you can do your stencil here. You can mix stencils, do whatever. And then maybe you don't want to stencil over this. You do not have to stencil the whole background. You can have corners, 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 corners. So that's an option. Also, you can stencil over top of a stencil. It's not the best, but there is, stenciling over a stencil. So you can have this, and then, hold on, let me open this. And we're just going over some different options. And let's do this one. So let's say you go in there and let's say I just do this little part. Then let's say you want to go in there and go over top and do that stencil. You're going to have spots where it's going to be high, low, high, low. So you really have to look at your stencils to see what's going to fit. Now, would I do this over top that stencil? Probably not, because it's going to be a holy mess. Now, there is another thing that you can do. Let's say you have this stencil, and then you have a little dotted stencil underneath this. What that's going to give you is it's going to give you the outline of the vines, and it's going to give you the dots within the vines. Now, would I do that? Probably. Same with this one. If you have like dots or small circles or lines or hearts or something like that, I may put the heart stencil down here. Let me see if I can find a stencil like that so I can show you better.
Hey, Nikki.
Hey! Let me see. We're going.
I'm just
stenciling.
literally getting off of work right now.
Yeah, let them know that you would be eliminated because you were just getting off work. Okay, here we go. So this may not be the best example, but hold on. But it is an example. Okay, so I have a chevron stencil. So let's say I wanted this to be my base, chevron, and I wanted the chevrons within the leaves. Then you can get that pattern. This may not be the best example because of the fact that the chevrons are not going to really show up as chevrons here. But let's say you had dots or whatever. So you would put your base stencil down, which would be your dots, squares, circles, hearts, chevrons, whatever. And then you would put your main stencil up here. So you will still get the outline of the leaves, but oh, she's gone. But you would get the chevrons of the on the inside of the leaves. Yes, Crystal. Was she? I think she dropped off. Hey, text her, Penny, and see what happened. Oh no! What did I hear? Did I hear a fly? Did I get a fly in the house? No, I didn't. Okay. So, any questions about that? So, let's begin. So, if you're not going to put rice paper down, I would use the mixed media glue, the Mod Podge, whatever you have. The heavy body paste I would not use because that's kind of too much. I like the mixed media glue. If you have the silicone brushes, I prefer using the silicone brushes, and mine is so dirty, rather than a brush, because when you're using mixed media glues, Mod Podge, you really got to clean that like right after. So yeah, and not too flimsy. So I will show you a different couple of stencils before I get started so we can answer this question. So the stencils that I sent you, they're considered very thick stencils. These are very good stencils. They're going to hold their position when you're spreading thick or thin paste on it, and they shouldn't go underneath. They shouldn't be caking it on and da-da-da. You do want to have some sort of hold when you're doing it. So usually what I'll do is if I'm doing an area, I'll just do like this and give it a little hold. Thin stencils, they have their uses, but look at this. That's a thin stencil. So this is going to be harder when you're using very thick paste this is very good for sprays and mixed media. So I can put this down and I can spray and then lift it up. I wouldn't do very heavy. Me too, Joanne. I'm going to love that Easter basket project.
I love Easter and spring.
Right?
Huh.
And it's going to be shabby chic, Joanne. Shabby chic. Nikki, the disorganized crafter, is doing shabby chic.
You're good at shabby chic.
That was Penny typing. It should go away.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
So this is a thin stencil. Would I use heavy paste on it? Probably not. I would, and I think Crystal went over this a couple last week or a couple of weeks ago. But can you still use it for paste? Yes, I have a whole crap load of these, and I use it, but I do it, and it's probably because my canvas is not. Hey, Jean, I was gonna write to you all show if you couldn't hear.
Mm-hmm.
Can I still use it for paste? Yes, you can. So, and let me see if I can get in close. When you have intricate parts like this, and you're putting paste on, it may come up. If you notice, it starts to buckle a little bit. That's because it's so thin that it's going to buckle. But if you go very carefully across it and you got to hold these, then you can do it. But if you're going for stencils, I would do the thicker stencils. And those can be the Tim Holtz stencils are good. I like the Crafter's Companion, of course, stencils. These are Couture. Hey! Stencil.
Crystal.
Let me see. I was presenting to everyone.
I see your eyebrows.
Okay, say hi.
Hi, everyone. I'm driving home. Well, actually, I'm going to run to the store first because I need to get glue.
Oh, yeah. She's going to do it. How can you tell if you order them through the internet? If you order, okay. So I've had a couple of stencils from Allie, and the stencils from Allie, and we can say Allie here because this is not public, but those stencils are usually going to be thinner. You get some good ones. Everybody's saying hi, Crystal. Amy said hi. June said hi.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah, the ones in Allie are going to be thinner. The Tim Holtz, the Prima stencils, any of the brand name stencils, and Stamperia thick stencils are always going to be the thicker, more durable. Like, you can bend them, but not like the other ones. See, this is not hardly going to bend, or the pieces are going to come out. And this is much, much thicker than any other stencil. So, and the creative, Anna Griffin, this is the Anna Griffin Creative, what did I send y'all? Couture Creations. What is, TCW, Crafters Workshop? Those are good stencils. I have a crap load of the Crafters Workshop stencils. Those are really good stencils. Actually, this stencil is a Michaels Walmart stencil. They are pretty good. The Michaels ones that you find, those are good. The thinner stencils, they should say thin stencils, but most stencils are good. Very good.
Sometimes you can luck out and it will say the like the thickness, you know, the same thing with like your heavyweight cardstock.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can get lucky, but it's rare.
Yeah, you just gotta read. If not, then, you know, like I said, most of the brand names are going to be the thicker, more, I don't know if y'all can hear that, but it's going to be the thicker type stencils. Thin stencils, I haven't found ones that are bad. except for some of the ones you get from across the water. Okay. Are we good, Amy? Question answered? Okay, so now I want to, since I'm going to be using a little blue, I'm going to just tear this. Okay. Tear this a little bit. And I'm actually going to save this for later, even though it's a small piece. You can always use the butterflies for later. And why am I just a little bit blurry? Okay. And I'm going to tear this up a little bit. And I'm not putting it on the whole canvas. I'm just doing a little bit on the canvas. And I just want these two little blueies. And then you can save the rest for something else. Where do I find a beer delivery? Martha? Not my expertise. Now, if you would have said tequila, I could have helped you. But you said beer.
What did she say? A beer what?
Beer delivery. Where can she find beer delivery?
Get up here off your hiney and go to the store.
Jean said her house. Oh, it. Well, hold on. Amy knows the answer. She said Amazon delivers booze. Really? I did not know that.
Yeah, they also bought Whole Foods, so they deliver fresh food now too.
Yep, they do. But they don't have an Amazon marketplace in Huntsville. But they have it's not here yet, but they have a Whole Foods that they just opened. So I'm wondering why I don't have it. Okay. So, don't stick it to your fingers. Okay. So I just wanted this little edge to be up there. Not caring that you got the torn edges or anything like that. If you want to roll it over to the underneath, you can do that too, and just roll it onto the sides. That's just going to add more interest. How many people actually went to the article that I posted in the Beginning Mixed Media group about the composition? I searched for 5 days looking for that. 5 whole days for 8 hours straight, just looking for it for you all.
How many people actually looked at it?
I don't know. They haven't answered yet. Wasn't I, Crystal? I was working hard on finding an article for that.
Yes.
I
yes,
said
you
I
were.
can't stop until I find it. I can't.
On top of working a full-time job.
Yes. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just wondering.
Trying to make it sound good.
Yeah, I know. Oh, and going to the wedding, and I was sick. I had a doggy emergency.
That's right. You were really sick, and you still was looking for the article for them. That's how thoughtful you are.
Oh, Jean said I did, but not the whole thing. Oh, the good part was at the beginning. You didn't really have to read the whole thing. The good part was at the beginning. All right. So I'm going to dry this a little bit because now we're going to put on the modeling paste, and then I'll show you how to do the sides, Amy. And hold on. The mixed media glue. Twisted. Martha's talking about, let me see, wait a minute. Thirsty Tuesday or Twisted Tuesday. And it really doesn't take too long for the mixed media glue to dry, so you should be good. You can even, if you want to, dry it from the back. Like if you put a lot of mixed media glue, you can dry it from the back just to make sure you've gotten it nice and drying. Not dry yet. Jean asked Martha, is she going man hunting? Well, why, yes, she is. I can answer that one.
Yeah, Martha's always man hunting and deer hunting.
She's always.
So if it's a man with a beard, oh, she's hooked up.
She's there. Oh yeah. And I really have. So I know what kind of. She said maybe. I can see her face now, smiling.
And Nikki needs a man with some freaking good wine and speaking French to her.
I do not need a man. They bring me
That's pretty good though. You don't want him to whisper sweet nothings in your ear.
No, I want a man who could cook, do laundry, and do the yard. That's all I need.
No, oh, that's right. You need an Italiano. That's right.
I need someone to cook, do my laundry, clean my craft room, do the yard, do the house stuff. Pretty much everything I don't want to do.
Walk Prince.
I need a house husband, don't I? Jean said, good for you, Martha. Get your hair ruffled a little bit. Okay. Yeah, the mixed media glue takes a little bit longer to dry. I think Mod Podge doesn't take as long to dry. All right. So we got that dry. Now, so in my composition, and this is where I'm going to, and I'm just going to do it in the middle. I decided I was going to put this at the top. And then I wanted the heart in the middle. And you, like I said, you do not have to use all the pieces. Okay, that's too much swirly swirl right there. And I wanted the heart right there. So this is where I want to see. And this is where you're going to play. Okay, where's my little black angel? Or do I want to put the black angel up there? Or do I want to do this? There's a couple of ways I was going to do this. Nope, don't like that either.
Carla and Amy has a question.
Okay.
You use Mod Podge or
Is
media glue now, and if you still use Mod Podge, what do you use it for?
Yes, you can use Mod Podge. Mod Podge works just as well for this. The only reason I like the mixed media glue, and I don't know if Crystal can hear, but one of the reasons why I like the mixed media glue is because it takes a whole lot more bit of liquid without bringing up the paper that you have. So I can spray. I can add paint, I can whatever. And I know that mixed media glue is not going to separate it all. Mod Podge is just as good. And I just, I usually use that as a sealant. And I will use that on when I do the Easter egg. I will use the Mod Podge. and that's just as good. So it's pretty much the same thing. The mixed media glue is just a little bit stronger, and it's probably like a name brand kind of thing. But I kind of like the mixed media glue better.
Does Carla know the surprise?
I don't know. Carla, did you go out for a few? Okay, Penny can tell her. Carla? So we decided at the beginning of this class that so I order a certain amount of kits, and if I don't sell them all, I usually put some back in the thing. So I did order a certain amount of kits, but this time I kept one kit back. And since you have been supporting the mixed media class, the media class 1 and 2, and you will probably support the intermediate and the advanced, I have decided that I am going to be sending you a mixed media kit too, and I am going to use my own stash for the, what did I say? Lindy's. So I'm just going to pick 2 in a shaker and send that to you. So send me your, PM me your address. All right, so or I can do, because you know, sometimes you need a little lift me up when you're going through things. And I know you've been going through some things. Oh, the heart and wings. Yeah, I'm trying to. Yes, really. You've been going through a lot, Carla. So you know something. Sometimes you just got to do a little pick me up.
That's right. So it's just like you won.
Yeah. And she's very supportive of people who have had the kit, even though she may not have gotten one, but she always supports everybody. So, you know, sometimes you just got to. Okay, I don't know which way I want to do this. Okay, so I know I'm going to use the vine stencil, and I know I'm going to use the vine heart. So that's where I'm headed at. Now, I don't know if I'm going to put the angel up here. I may put the angel at the top, but then I don't know. I had a composition in mind, I think. I text Barbara Higgins and I have not, she has not answered back.
No, I haven't seen either Barb yet.
And I know, and it's been storming, and the storm passed over me about an hour or 2 hours ago. So, okay, if anyone has her number, they want to call her. Because she has not checked my message that I sent her. All right, so I'm just going to keep it simple. And I'm going to put this on there. Not in chat, getting worried about Miss Higgins. Oh, you make me cry a lot. You're a very sweet lady. I mean, I get myself, Penny, and Crystal get compliments from all of you ladies. So, you know, it's very warming to the heart. And and like I said, you're always there to support us. So yeah, that's just gonna be my thing for this year. Is just random acts of kindness, crafting kindness. And as I clean my craft room, I'm just gonna send out bags of stuff. So you never know who will be next. All right. So I'm gonna keep mine simple. I may do some corners or whatever, and I may put the little, I don't know yet, but this will be like that. Okay. So I know what I'm going to do. So I'm going to put those aside. I'm not going to color them or anything yet. Yeah, I did too. And no answer. Check her Facebook and see if she's been on lately. Hold up. I got her number. We know how to contact people. A rack. Yes, we're going to do racks. Racks. Random act of crafty kindness. No, she didn't answer. Okay. Darn it. All right, y'all keep trying to get in touch with her. All right, so we got this. We know what we're going to do with this. And we're going to paint these or wax them up later. And you can paint these whatever color you want. So it's not going to be so now I'm going to put this on here and I'm going to see if this is too much or too little or or maybe I just want to maybe have it come out. So where's my dog growling at? Then let me see, where's the other one? I kind of like that. Yeah, Nikki, you're starting to sound like Crystal and Timmy. Bad thing. Okay, so here's the other stencil. So, as you notice, I have this on here. So do I want, oh, me likes that. But I think I'm going to do this in portions. Yes, you can. Now, remember the last, the class we did on dyeing modeling paste? You can use, if you have a distress ink refiller, you can use that. If you have paint, you can use that. If you have sprays, you can use that. If you have gelatos, you can use gelatos. I just couldn't find mine because I cleaned up and I have no clue where I did with them. But if you have gelatos, you can use that. If you have mica powder, you can use that. What else was there? I can't think of anything else. There's a lot you can use. Yeah, you can pretty much use anything to color gesso. Gesso, myself, I would use paint. Modeling paste, you can pretty much use anything. I am not going to use oh, yeah. A lot of people do that. Okay, so I see where it's going to come up and twirl around. So I'm going to try to get that little twirl in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it down up here where I want to start it. Now, usually, excuse me, if you start it and you get where you want, once you start it, it's going to actually keep it down anyway to where you want it, and it's not going to move. Which, well, unless you hit it like I'm doing. So we're going to turn it back around. And we're going to not put it in the rest of the gesso. I'm sorry. We have allergies. Like, it rained and all I saw was yellow today. And I'm just going to do this nice nice and easy. And I'm just doing a little bit at a time. And I want to get some here because I want it in specific places. So I'm being careful about where I'm swiping and wiping. Excuse me. I did not take my allergy medicine today. All right. So then I'm just making sure I got all my little areas done. And I wanted it a little thicker because I want it to show. So I'm laying it on thick. And then that's why I love this scraper. You can get some serious mileage out of the scraper. Okay, so
That's never gonna wear out.
right?
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, darn it. And I forgot my little bucket thing. Ugh. Okay, so this is what I got here. Now, here's the sides. So I'm going to take this, wipe it down, scrape it off. And anything that you thought, okay. Well, she wasn't feeling good the last couple of days, but she hasn't said anything to me. But I don't know if she's not sick. So if you see this.
Yeah, as long as you saw the message. That's
Yeah. So what I'm going to do now is there's a couple of little spots I want to clean up. So I'm going to push them flat or pull them up. So that's what I'm left with. Now, one of the things that you want to do.
That's gorgeous. Just saying.
Is before you do the sides, or before you get, hey, Christine, before you do the next thing, and this will do you good, is I'm putting this to the side, and then I'm just going to wipe this stencil off just a bit. So you want to hold it down, and you don't have to clean it. You just want to wipe it off just a bit so it's not caked on, because I did cake it on a bit, and I'm usually not a caker.
Caker.
But I did want it kind of thick. Oh crap, Amy. Yeah, that's not good. You need a new trash can for the bathroom. You do not want a puppy going in the trash room, in the trash can in your bathroom. I learned that the hard way. So anyway, I'm just going to wipe this up a bit. And it behooves you to have a bucket of water. And I forgot to say this at the beginning of class. Oh, so sorry, ladies. To have a bucket of water close by for when you finish the stencil. Because I'm not finished with this one, I do want to clean it up a little bit. If I was finished with it, I would have just thrown it in the bucket of water. And then look at your other side, because you don't want any remnants getting on your next portion. So just make sure you just nicely just wipe it up a little bit. And that should do you. So always have your wet wipes. And this is a thick stencil, so it's pretty much wiping good. All right. So I can set this stencil aside knowing that it'll work pretty good the next time. So once I have my portion thing done, I'm going to dry. Oh, that means he's a smart dog, Amy. That means he's a smart dog. I don't like this little piece right here, so I'm scraping it up. So if you don't like something and you want to scrape it up, you can with a nice craft knife. If I've already dried it a little bit, then you can scrape it up with this. Works pretty good. Holly flings her toys in it. Ah.
Her cat likes to play a little b-ball.
And because I have the modeling paste kind of thick, it is going to take a little bit longer to dry. Okay, and looks like I messed up here a little bit. So again, you can clean it up. If you're OCD like me, yes, I am going to clean it up. And it is drying a bit. And actually, I really don't have to clean it up because this will be covering it. So yeah, I'll let the OCD-ness go for now. Yes, it does. I've had a couple of vine stencils before, and I actually did not like them. And then I used them and was like, whoa, okay. Now imagine your whole canvas like that. And believe me, vine stencil is something that you want to have. And I know that Martha's stupid.
Got it.
And I know that vine, like with the other, like the mask and the dots and stuff like that, those are like staples in your stencil arsenal. And a vine is going to look pretty on whatever you do, especially if you go flowery. You want to put like shabby chic or flowers or something. This is going to be one of the ones you're going to love. And there are ones that are a little bit smaller. This is actually a bigger one because I wanted it to really showcase on your canvas. All right. I think I got that. Yep, I got that dry enough to start. So this is what we got so far. And this portion may not look the same once you finish spraying and everything. So when you're doing your canvas, just be a little bit cognizant of if you want that to remain kind of visual, then you're not going to spray heavily around it. Oh, I need gloves. I'm always messing.
I love that stencil.
Yeah, the stencil is awesome.
I don't have a single vine stencil.
Oh,
of all people, with me and my nature, love and self, I know, hard to believe, huh?
Right. So on the side of it, so I'm going to put this out a little. Side stenciling is hard.
Bo's here.
Huh?
Bo is here. Bo just got here.
Oh, hey, Bo. How are you?
And there's Crystal, still not home.
No, you have no idea. I just went all the way to the freaking store because I left straight from work. Didn't have my wallet on me.
Oh, crap.
No ID, no nothing. So luckily my bank's there so I could get $20 out of the bank.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we got this dried. She's having one of my days. So, Amy, you would want to tilt it somehow. I just took a jar and I'm putting it like this. It's not going to move too much, but that allows me to do this. If you have a box that you can tilt, or you have anything that you can just kind of put it on and you can anchor the canvas on it like this, that would be good. you just have to be careful. And I'm going to do a little bit of stenciling. Where's my small?
Oh, to do the side?
Yeah, to do the side. I don't know how.
I was wondering.
Yeah. And because you have to, it's a process.
Question: when you laid if your stencil is large enough,
Yeah.
and you put it on the top, can you use the artist tape, the low tack tape, and just bring it around, wrap it all the way around, and tape it on the front and the back, and then just do it all in one go?
Yeah, if you have a flexible stencil like that, yeah, you can actually do like this. But this one, you see, because of the fact, you see how it is when you wrap it?
Right, you'd have to use the positional sticky.
Yeah, exactly. And that's just too much for me. So I'd rather just carefully take it. And with the sides, I usually do a quick swipe and done. So, and I'm holding the stencil. You see how I'm holding it, Amy? I'm just kind of holding it where I want it, and then I'm pulling it off.
Hey, Nikki.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt.
You're fine.
Is Barbara Higgins here?
No, she's not, and we've already texted her, called her, and everything. She's seen the message, and I'm not sure if her status, and I don't want to say. She may just not feel well.
Are they having storms?
I haven't seen her. Like when I was on this weekend, I didn't see her, so that's why I was kind of
we
curious.
Yeah, we've been wondering.
Okay. Oh, I never heard what the outcome was, so that's why.
Oh.
All
right. So then I'm going to do this side, and mind, make sure you remember what is wet and what is not wet.
Talise, if you've put something away and can't find it, it's probably at Nikki's house in her flower vase. That's all I'm saying. She can explain that one.
Yeah, I was looking for. I was doing my hot project, and I had bought these specific items, and lost them because I had organized my craft room and decided to clean it. And when you clean your craft room, you can't find nothing. At least I can't.
Yeah.
Which is why I try not to clean mine ever.
Right? Well, I've learned my lesson. No cleaning. All right. So, I got my little vine. I tried to make it, go into each other. So I'm going to dry this, and then I'm going to do the other side. I took a nap and Husband wanted me to sleep. Oh, Bo's not feeling well either. Oh, and Jean lost internet. Is Jean back?
Is there storms going all over?
Yeah, Jean George just lost internet.
Oh, jeez.
All right, now still haven't heard from Barbara. We're going to have to call her. Everybody bombard Barbara. Yes, yes. I'm calling her daughter. And if you put the the item too close, the heating tool too close, you will bubble the texture paste. All right, I just text Shannon. Don't make me go for Ashley. Where's Barbara Higgins? Uh-oh. Okay, the FBI is on the case. Talise. Yeah, I just text her daughter as well. So we should get something. All right, so we got that. Now I'm going to do the other side. Oh, what did I do with it? Oh, stencil. Carlos FBI. Question. Why did you use texture paste instead of mod? Texture paste, it's this is modeling paste. It's not texture. I always say texture paste, modeling paste. Basically, modeling paste is you can use this with acrylic paint. This is the same. Texture paste is the same thing, just more gel. It's sort of the same thing, but not. The modeling paste is a little bit thicker. But yeah, I did use modeling paste. If I said texture paste, that wasn't, I did not mean to. Thank you, Hawkeye. Hawkeye, Amy, she will keep you straight. Carla is FBI. That was a good question, Amy. And I want a little bit over here.
So you couldn't hear me telling you, but for some reason Hangouts is acting really strange on my end. Anyway, I text her daughter.
Yeah, I did.
Which one is it that I text? I text Ashley. I think you text the other one. I heard you. You text Ashley too?
No, I did. Let me see who did I. Shannon. So you text Ashley? Good. That way both are covered. Oh, Talise said Barbara is, yeah, that's what I thought. She was in a lot of pain last week when I talked to her, like on Wednesday. I think that was the last I heard. Yes. And weather has not been kind lately. I'm telling you, because she's not too many states away from me. So when the weather has been up and down like it has been, it's been cold one day, hot the next, windy, then snowing, then freezing temperature, then storms. It's ridiculous. So yes, we will check up on her in a little bit. Oh, Bo says she has everything ready to make gesso. What time is it? Oh yeah, we got a good half We got a good little half an hour left. And we're not going to do everything tonight. What? Oh, she went to bed. Okay. Yes, it has, Carla. Yep. And I get the flowery yellow like it rained the other day, and all in the drainage. The drains, all you saw was the yellow pollen. Get your hour project. Yes, Christine, I have finished my hour project. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so we are all done. So we've gessoed, we've stenciled. So again, if you want to use the other stencil and put like a little motif or whatever, there's no rule saying that you have to do one stencil or the whole thing. Or why am I shadowing? Okay, there we go, because I had the light on behind me. Now I ain't got no light. I need another light. Okay, I need to move my light. Sorry, y'all. But so if you want to use 2 or 3 stencils, you can. I'm going to get the face stencil out, and I'm going to put a little corner action. So let me find what I did with the face stencil. Oh, here we go. All right, so here we got the face stencil. So I'm going to see how good this is going to look. So if you're afraid that you may mess something up, this is what I do. I will take my face stencil and I will get some ink. Doesn't matter what color. I'm just going to pull out, this is green ink or something like that. And I need to find a green thing. All right. And I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to ink through this stencil so I can see what it looks like. So that, oh my God, I love this. This is the first time I've used this stencil, y'all. And yes, Christine, I can do my project in an hour. I can. I really can. Maybe. Possibly. I'm not sure. Maybe. Okay.
I need to get that stencil too, or something like it. Sorry, I'm helping in the other room, helping Tony do groceries.
Okay, yeah. I'm always the type that will lay stuff down and be like, damned if I do, damned if I don't kind of thing, and just lay it down. And then if I don't like it, I'm like struggling to pull it up and do all sort of stuff. And I've become smarter. Hold up. Wait a minute. I have to show you.
Don't get too smart.
Right? Well, I can talk because we have to do a little script at the beginning of, we have to do a little kind of like a script at the beginning of the hopping, whatever. So yeah, I can talk. I can get it done. I have faith in me. I have faith. Maybe. Kind of.
You can do it.
I don't know. Okay. So y'all.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Oh, y'all know that Crystal likes her little Tim Holtz, right? Scissors. Let me show you my Crafter's Companion scissors. my company is they got their own scissors now. And y'all, it has a ruler on the scissors. So, oh, hold up. Let me do I know I'm squirreling. Sorry. I got really excited about these. Look, it has a ruler on a scissor. You can cut up to 3 inches. And they're saying they're whatever resistant. Scraping up paste. And it has a ruler on the inside and out. What? Only on one side though. So you can take a piece of paper, which I gotta find. And if you want to cut 2 inches, you put it at the 2-inch mark and cut, and it's 2 inches. Let's measure. I just want to check. Exactly 2 inches. Hey. I love them. And they're very good, very comfortable. Yay. Waiting for paste to dry. Yes, me too. All right, so, oh, wait a minute. I forgot one.
We are also missing Miss Donna tonight.
Oh, yes.
Haven't seen her tonight. In the kitchen putting groceries away with Tony in it. I realized that. I don't know why groceries reminded me of Donna. No idea.
All right, so now I'm liking this, and it is blurry, so sorry, y'all. There we go. And I'm going to put this down a little bit further because I really want y'all to see this. All right. So I know I'm going to put this right here. Or now I may put it right here.
Oh.
Yeah, I may have changed my darn mind. So I may put it right there. And if you know the rule of the 3, you want it to, you know, you have this focal point. You'll have, this is my focal point down here. So I may want to put something across here and then spray. Not sure. Or I can still have my little duty dad in the middle. But then I'm thinking, I'm missing something down here. So now I'm going to go back. And this is where after each step, you want to kind of pull out your pieces. Yes, the cut is straight, Christine. Hold on. Let me do it again. It's straight. All right. Here we go. I don't know if the jean is straight.
We can make Nikki squirrel as many times if we want to tonight.
The cut is straight.
Ooh.
I don't know how straight I am. So, and hold on. And you know, that was not straight. So if you know if this cut is straight, you take it and you bend it like this. Hold on. I have squirreled. I'm so sorry, y'all. That's how you can tell if the cut's straight. And there we go.
Oh, don't.
So I have bended it. I have bent it and put it from end to end, and that cut is straight. So, however, this side I'm going to have to fix. And I like these scissors. I like the other scissors. Sometimes I don't like that the handle bends on the Tim Holtz, but again, that's personal preference. So do I want to put a face in here? Do I want to put a face right here? Or do I want this face? This face would actually be better. Or do I want to put a face right here?
Oh,
a face right there.
that looks good over there.
Right? Do I want to put a little corner action right here? Nah, doesn't go with the theme. Do I want to put a little corner? Nah. Okay, so now I'm left with the face. So I can ink the face on here. Yeah, look, I've gone through, I don't know. Carla says no face. You don't like the face? Put the face right there. Well, maybe a next one. So, that's how you can tell. Then pull out your unique. Or if you don't want to use the unique and you were going to use something else, another wording that you had. Oh, I like that right there. Right there, right there. So now I have my compass. Oh. Put back on auto. So now I have my composition. And I'm going to put flowers somewhere. I don't know where yet, but so I have this right there. I may put flowers and put it right there. I know I forgot to autofocus the camera, and now it's pulsating. Stop pulsating. There we go. Or I can put unique up here and move this down a little bit more and then put unique up here. So, now is the time to play with your composition. You already have what you thought you were going to do before. Well, I know I'm going to layer these. Is that you clicking? Yep. And I did my little stenciling over here. So now I know what I'm missing. This part looks so plain that it's scaring me. So I need to put a little stencil in.
You.
Yeah, it's scaring me. I need some stencilings. So I am going to come back over here and I'm going to do some more stenciling. But one thing you have to think of, if you put your composition back on, look at the movement of your canvas. This is something Miss Crystal has taught me. I have this going this way as a curve. And then I have this going yeah. More vines. Yes, it does. See, it needs more vines.
Or cowbell.
So you see it going here and curving, and then you have it going here and curving. But then these two curves kind of match, which is how the stencil is. So when I put the next set of vinies on, I want it to kind of go that way, up and this way, because the canvas is going to be flowing to the right, from here to here. Then this is going this way. So now I want the stencil to go that way, and I'm going to
flip it.
Yep, I flipped it around. So I was doing it that way. It's going this way. And nope, that's not the right way. I want it to go this way as well. But I'm only going to do, let me turn it a little bit. I'm not going to do the curve right up here. So I want this mask off. So there's another trick. If you are not confident, I will learn to crochet. Ooh. Oh, they start. Oh. If you are not confident in your stenciling, like I don't want this piece right here to get in the way. So and I went to the Office Max. What is it? Office Max? Whatever.
Yeah.
And I got the all over. Patty things. So I am just going to put this down. And the rest of it's okay. All right. And I'm not going to do that area up there. So I am going to. All right. So I'm good. So I'm going to put me some more modeling. Nikki, is your glass mat missing a foot? No? Why?
Why?
It's not moving.
We can't even see it. How's she see that? What? We can't see all four corners. Is it wonky?
No, it's not wonky. Now the canvas is wonky. I don't know why the canvas is wonky, but it is. Look.
That's probably what she's saying.
Yeah, the canvas is wonky. So that's probably what you're seeing. Ooh.
That's what the clicking was you've been hearing this whole time?
No, it's not. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she thought it was, I thought it was my typing.
Oh, wait a minute. I had a piece of paper under it to stop it. Hold on. There you go. Now you won't hear it. All right, so I got the parts I don't want to go. And I'm covering up this part. Now I am ready to roll. And I am going to scrape from the top to the bottom. See, I already knew I was going to mess up. I'm already going over top of that stuff. I knew it. I knew I wouldn't be straight. And these stencils here are really, these are, like I said, thicker stencils. So it's going to give you more of a rise than a thinner stencil. That's why I had so much texture over here. Because the thicker the stencil, the better the, I call it the rise. Or the height of the modeling paste is going to get you. Okay, so there's a couple of areas I see don't have a lot of texture paste in it. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to scrape it up. That's why I like these. You can scrape it up and you can get a little bit more texture paste off of there. So watch this. More texture paste. Yay. And a little bit there. And a little bit there. And I'm still scraping it up and still using it. Waste not, want not. All right. I think we are good. All right. And there we go. I'm going to go get my bucket of water. All right. So now what I want to do is the little edges, I don't care for those. I'm going to scrape up. So if you see any mistakes, then just clean it on up. I didn't want that little edge there. And this is kind of wonky. I'm going to clean that up as well. Now, if I want to get more detail, I'm just going to get my little craft knife and scrape that up. And because now your texture paste is starting to dry. All right, I think that's good. That's kind of wonky, but that's okay. Put something over top of that. That part of the thing messed up last time. I must not be very good at that part. Uh-oh. Man Bun's back. Man Bun is on the prowl.
Now his daddy's home with groceries running around the house. He's been going nuts for half an hour.
Okay. Yeah, I messed that up, but don't care. It'll be okay. As long as it's still what do you call it? Malleable. Oh, hey, that's another word. Sorry, Jean. All right. Now I'm gonna dry this. And I'm sorry, I'm not reading. Not reading everything. I'm trying to catch mistakes. Oh, mistake. Yep. Oh, I can put a butterfly on this, right? Oh, thank you. I'm trying to read through chat as I dry.
They were talking about, I think they were talking about this one lady that does crocheting. I'm thinking, and if that's true, I want to go see her tiny butterflies. I love doing stuff like that.
And it does when you have it thicker like this, because you can see it's rising up off there. You just want to give this a bit more time to dry than you would if it was a thinner. The modeling paste, depending on how thick it is, and I think we went over this last time. If it's like a texture paste, it's going to be thinner and more gel-like, and it's going to dry a little bit faster versus modeling paste. It's pretty much all the same. You know, you can stencil with it and everything, but this is a thicker, grittier consistency, and it's going to take a little bit more to dry. Not dry yet. Hey, Bo. Bo's back.
Amy got back too. She went to
Now, oh, see what?
Amy's back too. She put her trash bin in the bathtub, so
Oh,
it's
okay.
in the bath.
Okay, so there's two things, and I know y'all all watch a lot of videos. So there's two things. Some people will color their texture paste, then put it on their canvas. Some people will not color their texture paste and put it on the canvas, and then literally take a small paintbrush and color each and every bit of the texture paste. I have seen this happen. I think Rachel O is one of them. I love Rachel O. How she does that, I don't know, but she's very particular, and that's how she does it. And or if you want it a particular color, then yes, color your texture paste, put it on there. But you got to be very precise with your texture paste. Or if you're doing sprays, and sprays are very, you know, kind of temperamental, and you, like I said, practice a little bit with your sprays on your doilies and your book, and get it down to a science, because sprays are going to go where they want to go. And that's what I learned the first time I used it. Now I'm going to use a blue shaker. I think I didn't even bother to order me a black shaker, and I need to order one. So I'm going to, let me see, do it. Yep, this is all dry. So I think I moved ahead too fast. So what time is it? We got 8:54 and Crystal's not on. Okay, so we can continue on until. So now I got my canvas all done. So I put my little corner thing.
Shows of this.
And look, as soon as I said something, here she is. And then I have my other two sides where I have my area of interest, which is the vines. So now when I put my focal points back on, which I decided was going to be the middle. So I have my focal point here. I have my focal point here. And then I have my heart here. And my heart has my little vines. See, I tied it all together. And I don't like that again. Why do I keep switching it? Okay, I don't like that either. I still haven't decided. Or, if I want, I can put it side to side. Put that like that, and then this like that. So, oh, I kind of like the side to side now. Although, no, I think I still like it this way. That way. See, I'm so undecisive. That's why I never lay anything down. And I think we decided I was going to put this at the bottom. So I'm going to move this a little up top. I'm going to put it right here. Now, if you want to be OCD, and I'm meaning if you want to be OCD, I don't have my Tim Holtz ruler, but this is 2 1/4 inch. And, let me move I have my iPad over here. Hey, Crystal. Crystal's in chat. Okay. And this is 2 1/4 inch. So this side, I need to move over a little bit. So this is 2 and... So yes, and sometimes I do get OCD like this. So excuse me, but it happens. And I have to turn it upside down. Hey, there we go. This is pretty much in the middle. I don't have my Tim Holtz ruler or it would do it. So this is how my composition is going to look. We do, Amy. Yes, we do. I'm going to have my unique here. And I still have flowers and stuff I want to put on there. But my main composition is I can build up from here. Now, for these, we're going to pre-gesso these, which they just came out of the cooker, so I have to gesso these myself. I haven't done that. So you have a choice. Yeah, I like it at the bottom too. Because I didn't want to cover up this butterfly, but I wanted the words behind here. I didn't care about covering this butterfly up, but I didn't want to cover this one up. So you have a choice now. So you have your paints that you like. You have your sprays that you have. You have mica powder if you want the mica powder. So you can, and you have the waxes. So here, this is white. So, and I don't mind, here, let's take this one. So I'm going to show you something real quick. And I am going to use this piece. You have to determine if you want to paint it black, you want to paint it tan, whatever color you want to paint your resin. But when you put your wax on, you're not going to be able to, with your finger, get into every single groove. So you're going to have to determine what you want. And I think I had a little brush. Yes, I did. They have the little brushes things that you can use. And again, those are good. They're going to get into the groove, but they're not valuable either. So if there is a background that you want your, oh, actually, that's a freaking nice color. I think I did send someone a turquoise satin that as they ordered Buccaneer Bay Blue or something. think I sent him the blue. I love that blue. That was so cute. Okay. So you're not going to get full coverage, just to let you know. So, and especially in like these deeply grooved ones. So if you want to, and this is the option, paint. You've already gessoed your resin pieces. So if you want to paint your resin pieces a color, like let's say, oh, I do like this blue that goes with this, doesn't it? Hey. Let's say you want to paint it black or white or tan. If you like that white color against that background, and we know we haven't sprayed, or if you want to do like a yellow or a tan or a brown, and then, you know, then make that determination before you start gluing your resin pieces together. Because you're going to need, and I think Crystal mentioned this as well, you're going to need to color wax before you put your next layer on. Then color wax before you put your next layer on. What I usually do is I will color it, whatever color I want, and then I put the next piece on. I'm thinking, okay, do I like this? Do I not? Then I'll color this one. Then I'll put it on, not gluing it down yet. And then I'll color this one, then put it on, and then I'll wax it all up and see what I want. So before you get disappointed, make sure, because I've done this and got very disappointed. Yeah, it does make the butterfly pop, doesn't it? And I think I have the turquoise. The other color is just as tealy as this one, but I think it pops more for this. But that one is almost an exact match. But I think the one that I put in the and I think I put in one of y'all's kit, two of y'all's kits actually, is more of the green teal instead of the bluey. This is peacock. This is the peacock. So that's kind of my advice with the resin, because I will paint my resin and then wax it over to what I want it. So I haven't even determined yet. So that's why I haven't done anything with it. But I know my composition, so I know what I'm working with. Now, and I know I want to put this down there. And I may use, I don't know how it's going to look. And I'm not just a talking.
Oh, what do you mean?
I may, you know, use like this, the piece that I put, forgot what piece I put in there.
It's a keyhole.
Yes. Yeah, the door thing, and put unique over top of it. I'm not sure how that's going to look, but that's to be determined. So now comes the fun part. I'm going to pause and stop for a minute because I want to make sure. Is there a collections kit for the waxes? Kind of like for the Prima wax, no.
There was. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I wish there was too, but there isn't. I've found I've just been ordering 2 or 3 at a time. I did actually the special order, and I did 4 different, because I knew I wanted to give everybody sort of what they liked in their kit. So I kind of tailored that towards you all. But in doing that, I found 2 new colors that I liked, which was the Bronze Age, and I think Amy got, and the Turquoise Satin, I think a couple of people got. So, and then the what is it? The Antique Rose, not Antique Rose, Vanilla Satin something or another, which I freaking love that one. I love all of them actually. But no, there's not. But I will get a list together, Amy, and provide it to you of all the Prima. Yeah, you got the brown because you do the steampunk. So you can use it. You can, that Bronze Age, you can use steampunky. You can use on your journals and stuff. I didn't know if you wanted bright colors, and I know you don't use them too much. So, and then I think the first kit, yes, Talise got the vintage silk. Oh, I love that one too. And then also there's the pink, what was the first one I gave them? I forgot. And then the first one, which
Vanilla Smilla.
yeah, the vanilla smell. The first one, which was something. Anyway, those should go good together. So I kind of tried to match it up. Have you tried the metallic acrylic? I've not tried the metallic acrylic paint. I love the steampunk. The one that the steampunk copper. I love that one. All right, so Crystal.
Yes.
I
need to grab one more thing, and then I will be. Sorry, I had to run to the store, and then I had to get my dinner going. So
we're actually still right at the end of it, so you're good. So thus far,
very good.
We have gesso the canvas. If you decided to lay down your rice paper, if you did the whole thing or you just did a little bit, that's fine. Even the whole thing would have looked great underneath this. And then we've stenciled. So whatever stencil you decided. We did the sides and the top and carried it around. And this should be nice and dry. Everything should be nice and dry. Then you should have your composition ready. You should gesso your resin pieces. And then the next thing is you have to decide what you want to do and how you want to do it. So
did you see Amy's question about have you tried the metallic acrylic paint? It's so thin.
Yes, it is. It is. So on this shakers, so I'm looking at this and I'm thinking silver, nah, don't want anything with silver in it. I want something with gold in it. I think everything that I did provide to you all, I did in gold and not anything silver based, I believe. All right, so I'm going to take, now this, you can do this one or two ways and it's really up to you all. I'm going to take my shaker and I'm going to put my shaker here and I'm going to put some shaker here. And then I'm going to kind of swirl it around. So that's what I'm going to do while she's getting ready. And I have not used this. I'm using antique bronze. I do not have the black. If I had the black, I would have used black. But I think the antique bronze is going to be okay. And I'm going to put just a little bit, and you do not have to shake. Now, you can use spray. You do not have to use the shaker. The only reason I'm using the shake, is my voice cracking? Good God. The only reason I am using the shaker is I just want to put a little bit of base going throughout the stencil. You can do this with shaker. You can do this with your sprays. You can, and I will do all three. And you can do this with paint. So I'm going to put this on here because in the absence of time. So I'm going to, and this has a bit of a blue. This is antique bronze. Now, it has a bit of a blue in there. And then I'm going to go here and I'm going to pull it up and pat it up. No biggie. And we still got some more. I have not learned. And I don't want a lot on here. I just want some outlines. And surprisingly enough, I have not been using Lindy's too long. It has a blue and brown base. Okay. This is the antique bronze, and it's giving me a blue and a bronze look. And I'm still getting stuff from here. Good gracious, these little Lindy sprays. Okay, I'm going to get a heavy spray. I've been trying to be gentle. No need to be gentle. Now you see how it's working its way all through? Y'all see that? Give it a little bit of push and back. Hey, y'all ever play that ball game where you got to get it through the opening? This is what this reminds me of. And again, it's nothing that you have to be very neat about. I just wanted to get that outline around these leaves. I want more over here. I think I oversprayed it off. So I'm going to put a little bit more, and I'm going to put some down here. Put a little bit up here. And y'all see, I don't have a lot of the shake on it. Why do I come up with my own names all the time? I don't have a lot of the Lindy Shaker on ball. But I'm going to play the rollerball game. And
I'm back.
Okay. I'm going to roll it in and I'm going to roll it out. So I just want to outline all of my stencil.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I love that vine stencil. Holy crap. I knew it'd be awesome.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
I knew it. I thought it would be too big at first. Okay, so now I see that there is a little bit.
Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous.
Oh, what did I do with my? Am I losing stuff already? Oh no, here it is.
Hey, girlies.
All right, so I'm going to finish up, and we're going to dry this, and then we're going to call it quits on this until next time. Oh, can you take the shaker and make spray? Yes, you can, Bob. Good question. If you want, okay, I'm going to wet this. I see a little bit of shaker still there, but I don't want to re-wet the canvas. So I am going to brush it out. And you have this option. I like this Bronze Age. So I am going to brush it out. You don't always have to spray, whatever. Just be careful that you do a light touch because you're wetting your modeling paste again. And you don't want that to be too wet. All right, so now you can see I've outlined it a little bit. So now I got that little bronzy outline. So I'm going to dry this. And if you want more, you can put more. You can make it as dark or as light as you want it. Yes, Bo. You can sprinkle it on. You can make a spray. You can actually mix. If I wanted to, I could have mixed this in my modeling paste. And it would have been like putting it on there. Now, mind you, this is going to be a little bit harder to dry. It's very liquidy. And you wet your canvas again. You want to make sure you dry between each of your stages. You don't want to wet your canvas up with the shaker and then go back and do something else. You'll just pretty much have a mushy mess. So make sure you dry between each. Now, if you notice, there's gold tint on this canvas now. Because this shaker is brown. Ugh. It's an antique bronze, but it has like a bronzy shimmer in it. No, I will do it in a minute and show you, Amy. It shouldn't remain grainy because it'll oops.
Yeah, and the paste is water-based, so it's gonna soak that up right away.
Yeah, this looks a hot mess and it's gonna look worse before it gets better, but I have my little bronzy gold edging and it's going around all of the little leaves. So we're good.
I think it looks pretty.
Yeah. And we haven't even started spraying yet. Hold on. Let me do a demo for Amy. So here's my modeling paste. I'm just going to do a little bit. Then I'm going to take a little bit of the shaker.
That doesn't want to come out. There it is.
I know it didn't. Then I'm going to take a little stick. So, hold on.
Oh, it's a pretty color. Wow, that's pretty.
All right. That looks like a turd. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Okay, now you can tell right there I just put too much shaker. That's how potent this stuff is.
oh, it's pretty.
But, so I need to put more modeling paste. This stuff is potent.
Very
The
concentrated.
Lindy's is strong. Oops. So, and you can probably do this better in a cup or something like that. Just for the absence of time.
That's
Oh,
pretty.
good gracious. Now, if you notice something, did y'all just see that? Did you see that?
No.
Remember, Lindy's are two tones. So it has brown,
Oh,
it has the brown tinge, but
right.
blue based. You see that, right? So where's my little? So I am going to.
What did you do?
Oh, she was asking me about the Lindy's and mixing it with modeling paste, which you can, but she just has to remember which Lindy's you're working with. Like I told her, this one is a bronze, but it has a blue undertone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, where's my stencil? Oh, here it is.
Yeah, and if you don't, like Christine said, you can get marbling effect on if you don't mix it thoroughly.
So let's do this. And let's put it in here. And this is not the best way to do it with it with a popsicle stick.
Thumb depressor. Or tongue depressor, I mean. Thumb depressor.
Where's your Harbor Freight ones?
Oh, I was mixing it and I just decided to use this.
This is impromptu.
It was impromptu. All right. And plus, I don't have to clean my Harbor Freight ones right here. So you have to know what color you're working with when you're working with the Lindy shakers, because even though it says bronze age, you can tell it is not bronze.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, exactly, Carla. So if there is, that's why it's good to mess with your like there's one, and this one you can ask Crystal. I was totally surprised. Blazing black. I'm thinking it's gonna be black, right?
Black.
And it's gonna have a little bit of a silver shine. Well, no, it doesn't. It has a lot of silver shine and not black. Oh, okay. Oh, Joanne ordered her eggs in Target. Yay! I'm so excited about it. Joanne is super excited about it. I told her it's also shabby chic. She was like, what?
She said, be still my heart.
Yeah,
It's gonna be fun.
it's gonna be
so fun.
because you can do whatever you want with the egg. You can spray it with your Lindy's. Oh, so if you notice here, you'll see some of the bronze underneath. So if I dry it, I wonder what I'm going to get, because it is also has metallics in it as well. So So it's looks like a blue brown.
I like it.
Now it's actually lightening up as I dry it too.
Oh my gosh, it is. You can see it.
Yeah.
Can actually see that happening.
Yep. Oh, Christine wants to know what egg and bunny. You want to explain it? Oh, wait a minute. Are you eating?
Yeah, no, I'm here.
Uh-oh.
There you go.
We're gonna. Oh, Penny put the link. We're gonna do an Easter project. We're gonna do. So we had said the other day on the show to save yourself a ice cream container or some kind of container. You know, like I'm thinking the Blue Bunny ones. I think is what it's called, and it's I don't know. It's what is that? A half a gallon, Nikki? Yeah. So save that. It's plastic. It's oval, and we're gonna turn them into Easter baskets. And then there's a paper mache bunny at Target, and then there's also the paper mache eggs, like these. I don't know if you got to see these or not. I can't remember. Sorry.
Oh, let me go get the bunny so I can show them while you're showing them the eggs. Oh,
Okay.
click on you. Hello. Wait a minute. There we go. It's on you. I'm gonna go get the bunny.
So this is just one that I did. And you know, you can keep it light and soft like that, or you could drop, you know, a couple drops of your Lindy's through it. Like I could even drop pink or something through it and it would look really pretty, which I still might do. But you could also drop like brown or something like that, and then that's going to make it antique looking. So you could do, and you could do the same thing with this one. So this one here, and this is just those things of pearls. This is just those cheaper things of pearls. So these are not expensive. I got them at Michael's and I used my coupon. But there's a set of paper mache eggs at Walmart for $1.98, or you can get them from Target as well.
And Hobby Lobby, which I was.
And Hobby Lobby.
Yep. All right, so this is what I picked up. I was the dum-dum that got it from Hobby Lobby.
No.
Didn't know it was cheaper anywhere else.
I like that it's the little 6-pack. I love that actually.
Okay, so this was the 6-pack, and it was $5.99 at Hobby Lobby, and then I used my 40% coupon off. But I think they're already 40% off. So this gives you the egg carton as well as the 6 eggs, and they're regular size eggs. And then I'm telling y'all, I looked for like 5 hours for a freaking bunny because it had to kind of match the egg so it's not too big or too little that it looks, you know, wonky. So I found this bunny. This is the Target bunny. And like the eyes. Oh, I got some plans for the eyes, the nose, and the ears. It's going to be so glorious. Anyway, so it's big enough and you can put it like a chocolate bunny, right? So if you want to make it look like a chocolate bunny, it looks like the chocolate bunnies. If you want to shabby chic it out, you can. There's enough indentation and design here that you can. So, and then also enough to sit up. So, and then the eggs, I'm going to open this up, are going to be pretty much the proper size. So the egg to the bunny is what I needed. So.
Did Crystal know about that Target brought it out for you?
Yeah.
Did they really?
Oh, yeah.
I knew you said they would, but I didn't know if you ended up
I was
going
in my car and I was like, yeah, I'm going to make him walk out with a bag of these light paper mache bunnies and I'm going to be lazy. I'm old. I deserve it. I remember when I had to walk this to the stove 4 miles just to get a piece of candy.
oh Lord.
So anyway, these are pretty much the perfect size eggs that you can put up in the basket to the bunny. So And then you'll have, if you want to put like the bunny in the back and then have all the eggs around them. If you want to do more than 6 eggs, I'm going to do 6. Why do I think I'm going to crack these open? And I don't think these are not quite paper mache eggs, but they're a paintable surface. Yeah, you see, they're not paper mache. But they're paintable because they've already been painted once. So anyway,
yeah, I think they didn't leave them. They don't leave them just the brown paper. They put like a coat of gesso over it or something like that.
Oh, Bo said, Crystal, where at Walmart did you get them? What section? Is it
The Easter section?
Easter section.
So you know how you've got it's usually at you've got your pharmacy right across from the pharmacy. They've always got those little areas right there. So like the makeup is over here. It should be right there in that section, like as if you're gonna go back to like dog food or something like that.
Oh, I didn't even know they had an Easter section. Oh yeah, they do, don't they?
Yeah, it's like by the candle waxes and all that. It's like by the little home goods stuff like that.
Yeah. But and the bunny is pretty cheap. They have them at the Target, so you don't have to order them. I'm gonna put water on my stencil. Sorry. I forgot to put a bucket of water.
Christina's asking, is it seasonal then?
Yes. Yeah, they're not even where like the craft stuff is in Walmart. They don't even stay there that long.
Yeah. And this is the perfect size. Like if you imagine a container of ice cream, it's going to be like this. Oh, let me click on me. It's going to be like this. So it's going to be small enough that this will be your focal point. If you have a basket, or they have baskets on sale at wherever, they got the dollar baskets, because you can find dollar baskets at the Dollar Tree. But then, more than welcome, because you can paint those too. We just have be doing those. So, yep. So these are the 2 items and an ice cream. However you want, however many eggs is the bunny. And I think Crystal mentioned she was going to use the greenish moss.
Oh, I forgot to get that. Yeah, it's Spanish moss. You can get it in different colors as well. And so I'm thinking that would be fun to have in there, because we want to kind of go with an organic approach, but yet.
Or you can shred
kind
paper.
of like shabby chic woodland type of thing.
Or you can shred paper. But
yeah, or you can shred paper. I mean, you can buy that green plasticky stuff from Walmart for like 62 cents.
Just depends on what y'all want to do.
Right.
So let me finish this up, and then we are going to table this until next week. Then you can still have like a little bit of time to decide. What?
Try and put that doily on that canvas. I want to see what it looks like.
What, this doily?
Yeah, the one you put that. Yep. Okay. Can you move it down to the bottom right? And then I want to see what it looked like. Okay, what about if you put it straight up from there, just where the paper almost tears? Yeah. That's cool, Nikki. I was like, oh, look at her putting it on the doily.
and this is me focal point.
Oh, very nice.
And I'm using the vine heart.
Oh.
So, not sure if I want the doily, but.
Yeah.
But
I just was I was curious what the doily would look like. Yeah. I love that. That's really pretty.
So, and then let me see. I think we already figured out where the unique is going. So I haven't and then the unique will go down here.
Mm-hmm.
Then I will have, oh, that's right, butterfly right there. Then unique. I might put a butterfly. I still got the flowers to put on. I still got the spray to do.
Mm-hmm.
Amy said, shabby chic woodland. That sounds, now there's a great idea for a new style.
Right?
Yep. So
I was thinking that when I was saying it.
So, okay, so we put the base on. Like I said, I just wanted to get in between here and get like that outline. I am going to let this dry. I'm going to be spraying the canvas and or maybe painting. I may let it drip. Excuse me. I may spray the canvas. I may drip the canvas. It kind of, oh, is it flipping back and forth? Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so you've gessoed, you've put down your rice paper, you've stenciled, and you put the shaker on. If you didn't use the shaker and you're using paint, you can still put a little bit of paint at the top, spritz, and let it roll down. Spritz it a little bit more, and just do the same thing. Swirl it around, let it get in and out in all your stencil pieces. If you decide to use the spray as the base, excuse me, it's the same. I need water. Oh, is my water I use for the thing, but oh well. I keep a thing of water. It's probably old water. If you decide to use the spray, you do the same thing. You can spray it wherever you want, and you've seen Crystal use it. So if you want to do the darker edges darker, then spray it with your Tim Holtz or your Distress spray or whatever spray you have to get it a little bit lighter. You can do that, but it's kind of up to you on how you want to do it. If you want to practice, here's your doilies. Practice. So you can take this and you can do a little paint, and then you can drip it and then see how it's going to look. Mm-hmm. Or you can use your sprays and see how it's going to look. And then put it on your canvas so you can see how it's going to look. So it really depends on how you want to do it. Just make sure you gesso first. And that's about it. I think that's all I have to say. Do you have any words of wisdom there, Miss Crystal?
No, I think you've done great. I think I have nothing to.
Yeah.
No, you covered it.
Yeah, and make sure you pre-gesso your resin pieces. And if you want them a certain color, like let's say I want to bring out my blue and my tans and my browns, so I'm going to color this brown or a tan or whatever, and this one, and then I want to take my blue wax and highlight it, then I can do that. If I want to color it, black or white, or leave it white to bring out, the white, I can do that too. So it really depends. If, you can also put wax on your modeling pieces. I would definitely cover it with a gel medium first though, or kind of make sure it's fully dry. And that's why I want to let this sit overnight so I can make sure this modeling paste, I don't want to keep adding wet medium when I know the texture paste isn't fully dry, especially when I put it on really thick, if you can see. So anyway.
Yeah, I think it looks great, Nikki.
Oh, we're flipping. Oh.
I'm excited to see what it looks like when you're done.
Yeah. So that's the start. If you if you're confident going forward, you can go for it, but let this dry overnight. Get your pieces gesso painted or not painted or whatever you want to do with these, and get them ready to go, because then we're going to stack them. So now that you have your stenciling down, you got like a base color, you actually can envision it a bit better. And you can start putting your flowers, your unique butterflies, or even additional resin pieces and see, you know, how that's going to look. And you can kind of get a better look now that you have the base down. And I'm going to call this the base. We haven't built anything up yet. So there we go. That's a start. It looks a mess, but it only gets better. Bets on she can't leave it. Yes, I can, Christine, because I'm doing a class, so I can't touch it till next time. If I do, y'all get me. Y'all catch me. So I'm not sure on this one. I think I know how to answer it, but Carla said, "Can you use matte medium first?" Yes, you can. You can use matte medium instead of gesso.
Yes.
Yes, before adding the sprays. Yes, you can cover the whole thing in matte medium because your canvas. Oh, go ahead.
If you do matte medium, it's going to create a barrier. Not as much of a barrier that a wax will, but it will create a barrier. However, it is still, you'll still be able to see what's underneath if you were to like wipe it, you know. But if you dry it just on top, you'd have to do a few extra layers. But yeah, that's the only thing with that, is it does create kind of a barrier.
Okay, and I will show you right here, because you remember I used that mixed media glue to lay down the rice paper, right? Let me see if I can get this close. Okay, so I'm okay with it soaking into the canvas. In fact, I like that look. But if you notice, it's going to be a little bit shinier here. And you notice it's not soaking into the canvas in this area. And the reason why is because I have that mixed media glue, which mixed media glue, matte medium are kind of like in the same game.
Right.
The mixed media glue is a little bit heavier, a little bit more, I guess you can say, thick. But if you notice how this pulled up and this kind of soaked in, and if you notice, you see where it's soaked in, you'll see the little spots or whatever. That's because that's where the matte medium is. So that'll give you, I didn't want that look, so I tried to keep my glue to a minimum. Because if you look at the at this, it looks like, you know, kind of that grungy type of area. So I wanted to kind of have that same little grungy type of area. So, and once you start building it up, you'll see more and more.
But what's cool is, if you were to, let's say you wanted those vines to stay a certain color, you could apply matte medium over top of them, and then it's going to act as a barrier. So it can be a positive, you know, in that sense. It can be like a finish, you know, without being a heavy finish. So if she wanted it to stay that color, and then she wanted to come back and kind of grunge up the edges or something like that, or add some ink, you know, in between. So she'd want to make sure that she stays just on those vines, you know. So that's another way you could do it.
Yep, you sure can. And like, I want it to stick out, and I want it to be a different color. And yes, I'm going to do a dry brush over top of it at the end. You know, not to get too far ahead, but I will do a dry brush over top of it at the end, possibly in white or maybe a different color, maybe a green. But yeah, if you decide to go that route, Carla, you can do a Mod Podge or a matte medium or gel medium or whatever over top of the whole entire thing, and you won't get, it'll just be a different look. And that's the reason why I have put that mixed media, because I didn't want it pooling or soaking into the canvas here, because that's where I have my rice paper. So, any more questions before we leave on? Let's see how many of y'all in the mixed media class can leave it alone until next week. But I do want y'all to, if you are working alongside me tonight, I'm very happy. And if you're not working alongside me and just wanted to watch and then do it, then, again, look at your composition of your resin pieces. Figure out what stencil you want and how you want it to be. If you want the rice paper, oh, cool. If you want the rice paper, if you don't want the rice paper, then where you want to put this, I think it would keep the modeling paste from getting. Oh, the modeling paste is fine. It just needs to dry. You just got to make sure you dry it. It has not lost anything on this canvas. I just know I was trying to do it quickly, so I did not dry it fully. So I just want to make sure it dries fully. It should be okay.
Well, when you let it sit overnight versus drying it with a heat gun, it's a completely different surface for you the next day.
Yeah, it's going to be much harder. And then that way it'll take those inks a little bit better. Now the matte medium, yes, you can do that, but you don't want it to flatten this out any more than, what it is. So I prefer to let it dry overnight. Plus that gives us a good breaking point. Mm-hmm. And it's still dry. It's just not fully dry, but you can still mess with it. You can put things over top of it. Like, I'm going to be sitting. Now, what I will play with, Christine, this week is my composition. This composition may change by next week. I am liking this, and I've centered my vines around it. It has that movement from one corner to the, and that's what I wanted to show y'all. Sorry. If you read the article, it gives you a little thing about movement. And I know Crystal and I have both talked about movement. And if you watch anybody else's channel, they'll, if they're an explainer like me and Crystal, they'll explain that you have to have movement. So if you look at this canvas, I have this focally centered. I have my unique here, and I have my little butterfly here. That's my thirds right there. Mm-hmm. And I may put a real butterfly there, or I may cover it up with flowers. I don't know, but it's still going to be a focal point. Mm-hmm. So if you look at the canvas, are you looking all around? Is it easy to go from one corner to the next, from one piece to the next? Is it too much? Is there something that seems like, as you're looking at the canvas, does something seem out of place? We go on playing. Yeah, exactly, Carla, we would. So what I tried to do is, if you see the movement of the canvas, I have my little pop of color here. I'm going to have my unique here. I'm going to have my little pop of color here, and I probably will put flowers and butterflies here at the top. Here's my focal point, but it seems to be all moving this way. Mm-hmm. So
even like if a animal's like a butterfly's wings, the way that they're shaped and how they're pointing, mm-hmm. Even the movement of the leaves, how the vines are running, that all matters. Yeah. Even clock hands, when you're placing clock hands on something, you want them to be between 10 and 2. You don't ever, and you can stretch it out to 9 and 3, but you don't want to make them be at the bottom numbers below 9 and 3, because if so, you want to make sure whatever flow you got going on, it's going downward instead of upward, because then you're trying to go up and you should be going down if you've got the numbers facing down. It's all those things. It matters. It does matter.
Yeah, and this becomes really important. I'm not a layerer. This literally, y'all, and I know you've heard this before, but I've only been doing mixed media for a little bit, and I'm watching and asking questions just like everybody else. I am getting to the layering part. It is not my forte. I am maybe a 2 to 3 layerer, and I am definitely learning how to use these things. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to use these on the hop. Woohoo! I'm using This on the hot
Stones.
mini art stones. So that's another thing. If I decided to put more texture on here, and this is all texture, I could have put lace on here, the mini art stones going around here, but that's kind of like too much. My dyslexia won't let me see top or bottom. It has to be in the middle. Hey, really? Did not know that. Huh.
Won't let you see top. So then do you have to work on the top third of the canvas then and lay something over top?
Oh, you can even put it on the top right here.
If you could do that. Yeah, that's pretty Nikki.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can even put it on this thing. I might put another layer on.
Oh, she's working her way up to 4.
I know, but so you want to make sure because your first layer, and this is your first layer. This is your first layer. Your texture paste is your first layer. Well, let's go with the rice paper. Your rice paper is your first layer. So here's your first layer, and then your second layer will be your texture paste. But again, that may be, I call it your base canvas, because that's going to give you your movement and which way you're going to go. Like if I was to put all this back on, and then I took this wing and I turn, everything kind of flows right now, right? So let's say I get this wing and I turn it this way. It looks kind of odd, don't it?
Extremely odd.
Yeah, because of the flow of the canvas is going that way. But if I was to turn it this way,
yep,
doesn't look as odd.
Right.
It really don't look good, but it doesn't look as odd.
Right.
Even if I was to put it down here, it would be okay. If I was to put it this way, if I took that off and just put the heart, oh, wait a minute, I like that.
That's cute.
Right?
And then if you had a butterfly in the center, that's cute.
Look at that.
Oh, that's cool too. See, that's how layers happen right there.
Okay, sorry. I didn't pooped it. So I gotta put a quarter in the coffee jar. Okay, well, there you go. Now I got a new composition. Okay, so right? I'm like,
and damn, that quick it can change.
Yeah, that quick it can change. So I need to take a picture of this. But let's try this. Might become another layer. So again, if I went that way, it looks kind of odd.
If I sound funny, it's because I've backed up a good foot. Because I don't want it to put my eye out with all these.
I know, right?
Going on.
But if I went that way, it's not as odd, not cute, but not as odd. If I went that way, and it's kind of going against the grain again. Yeah, picture first. So you know, kind of play with it.
Hang it on the bottom. I just want to see it on the bottom of that very bottom piece. Yeah.
Well, then I would move this up a little.
Scoot it. Well, scoot the whole thing up because I can't see because of the people at the bottom, the icons. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh,
okay, what about if you flip it? That bottom piece, turn it completely upside down. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's another thing.
Yeah. So hook that there, and then scoot your little third layer down. Scoot that down a little bit. But your whole Well, but leave the bottom. Leave both bottom pieces.
Oh, Amy says she likes hanging off the edge, but I need something else now underneath it, which I think I found.
Well, take the your top 3 pieces. Take those and just scoot them down just for a second. I just want to see. Yeah. Just right. Yeah. That's cool too. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
She's like, thank you. Now you got me thinking.
That's cool. Yeah, that's freaking cool.
So even if
you could have the unique on the top. Sorry.
Now you got me thinking. So now I want this.
Don't let me get out the drink gun.
Wait a minute.
Right.
Put the hook in the bottom.
See, I can't see down there. Oh, let me look on the YouTube. Sorry.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's cool.
Okay, then have the unique going right across there.
Mm-hmm.
See?
Mm-hmm.
I need more resin. Amy said I need more resin pieces.
Ah,
Oh, do you see though? You see how quickly
This is
This
all
is
in your
the
kit,
thing.
y'all. I haven't
Yeah.
even used everything in the kit.
it's so easy to just, I mean, you never know. It's so hard. You can never, prepare yourself for
Okay, now I'm gonna have
the
to.
whole thing. Like I just can never.
I need to take a picture. Hold on.
that's the
Christine said I
issue.
win the bet. I don't know what that meant, but she said
Oh.
she wins the bet.
I'm gonna keep on playing. Well, you're
Amy
right.
already used all hers. She needs more now. You better get
Amy,
the girl.
She goes, I need more resin.
you guys need to get into the resin. You guys need to buy some resin
Well,
and buy some molds. It's the
right? Mold and resin. You know something, Amy? I'm sorry, but I was like, I don't do resin. I'm not gonna do molding. I'm not gonna do resin.
Yeah.
I went to AliExpress and I was hooked. Hooked. Yes, y'all have all these pieces. But and then the other heart was what? I did the vine and I did the lettering. So that would go just as perfect with this as the vine would. But I do plan on, I wanted to wax this up. So I know I plan on highlighting that. But I have the wording from the rice paper. And you can just cut out the wording and put it all over here and then use the word heart instead. And that would tie everything in together. So I've been trying to figure out how to keep the key in the key that you don't have to keep it in the keyhole. Yeah, I think I put like keyholes in everybody's too. Wasn't sure. I just threw them in. But you see how when you play, that's why I told y'all to play this week because you will come up with a different scenario every time you look at it. And then once you look at it and you've laid, this is just a prop thing. So now I need all of these pieces. What I start off with 3, now I have 6. So, but once you lay down your base, then this is going to change. Your focal point is going to change because you're going to be like, oh, well, I like this here. I like this there. Or I want this here. And then I haven't even decided on the color yet. I still think I want like a tan greenish, maybe some of them blue. And every one of them does not have to be the same color. I'm going to do some of them like a light green mint. And then I'm going to do some tan. I may do the wings with some sparkle in it. And I may do, you're not going to see the middle. I may do this black. I don't know. So you can play with it. So play with it. Oh, and if you mess up, paint it over. I've done that many times. eBay, what is it? I have to try to figure out how to keep the key. Oh, yeah, glossy accents will work. Mixed media glue will work. What is that? E3000 will work. All of that.
1,000.
Yeah. So, so if you have worked with me today and you have got your canvas waiting and drying, then
Nikki, I'll be right back.
Okay. And you have your composition, play with this week. What I want you to do once this dries overnight, start tomorrow and start playing with your composition, just like we did. You see how quick you see how quickly that escalated, right? So just keep playing with different pieces, put them all around. You can start with this one, move this here, move this there, move this there. I think that was kind of like how I had it the first time I forgot, right? I think I forgot. And then I didn't take a picture of it. Take a picture of it. And then look at all 3 of your pictures and see what you like best. And then start, just play. Yeah, hot glue. Oh. I got to do the giveaway. I promised. Let me go get it. Okay. Sorry. Let me go get it.
Okay, I'm back. What happened? Did she freeze?
No, she went to go get the giveaway.
I'm gonna do my giveaway
Oh,
while you prepare. All right.
oh, she's
So
got a giveaway.
yep. So this is your homework for this weekend. Play with your composition and get it to where you like it. Because next week we are going to spray, dry, and adhere the resin pieces. If we need a third class, I will let you know. But I don't think we will. So, the big giveaway. And I don't know if everybody wants to participate, is the Big Jammy dripless high temp gun.
Oh, I'm gonna participate.
Oh. The Big Jammy has the big jammies in it. I will
Yummies.
big jammies, big glue sticks. So I am going to give away the glue gun, and I'm going to put 5 of the big jammies in there. So I have a big jammy box of them.
Yeah, you think?
Right? Okay, so what I'm going to do, let me see. Carla, you got a big giveaway tonight, so sorry, can't participate. She got a free kit.
Oh,
Yeah, she's been there supporting us and doing stuff and everything, but
yep.
and hasn't had the kit, and I know she has struggled, so yeah, that's fine. All right, so big jammy. No, you can participate, Carl. I'm sorry, you can participate. Yeah, that would be like a clean sweep, though. Just saying. So it's going to be the dripless high temp AdTech big jammy. It's not the mini. So this means if you're doing big projects or don't mind with bit of a glob glue, it's still pretty precise. I've had no issues with it, and I'm going to give you 5 glue sticks. You can get these glue sticks on Amazon. I think it's a box of 100 or something like that for $19. So
Wow.
yeah,
That's nice.
there's a good price on that.
Yeah.
For the glue gun. So
I just want some jammies.
No, we're blessed for you, and your friendship and viewership and sweetness. I was say all y'all ladies are so sweet. I really love
Weekly sugar fix.
yeah, the group of people that come to our shows. It's like pretty much all we need.
Yeah.
Okay, so should I do 1 through? I know there's not 20. There's 1 through 20.
We have.
And we are going so that it's not biased. We are going to let Penny pick the number, and
I'm not telling anybody.
you are going to pick the number, and you are going to put it in this chat in the group. And you're going to do it now. I'm being bossy.
I am so not telling you.
Yeah, I get traded, y'all. I'm the redheaded stepchild.
All right, there you go, sassy. Jeez, you'd think it was real class or something.
All right, hit it. It's your radio, Penny. Go.
Ready, ladies? On your mark. Oh, wait, it's 1 through what? 20?
Yeah. 1 through.
I don't know. Yeah,
For the ad tech. For the ad tech.
ready, set, go, baby, go.
And I'm going to put it on Crystal while people go.
While people go.
While people go. Yes. And we're going to have another bigger, or some surprise at the end when we do the next in-betweener. Now remember, it's Penny, so it's probably some crazy number. Oh, that's weird. Why did it do that? She put in 1 and it put show hide. That's weird.
I know, it's done that twice now. Just on the number 1. I don't know why.
On the number 1?
Talise got it. It was 6.
Talise got it. Stop. Oh, Christine! If you would have just said 6 earlier.
That's my favorite number, by the way.
Yes, wait, Talise. And we will have another big prize on the second class.
Ooh.
I don't know what it's going to be, but y'all are going to definitely like it.
Talise, can we have a picture of you with your big jammies? Can't be small jammies. It's got to be big jammies.
It's a big jammy. So next week, Talisa is not eligible. Yep.
Nanny, nanny, boo, boo.
Yep. Talisa is not eligible next week. And I think
Oh no.
Amy might like this one. Might go crazy.
I bet she will.
Yeah.
Amy
And
never gets excited. What are you talking about?
No, never.
June says her fingers were crazy glued together. She couldn't type.
No. Ouch. I hope you have,
Hey, Miss June.
you have acetone, I hope.
For next week's giveaway. Carla said, remember to use your hazmat suit when using your new hot glue gun.
Oh, that's right. Remember, Talisa's been trying to do a giveaway. too.
Oh, wait, Talisa wants to do a giveaway right now.
Oh my God.
All right.
Funny. Boy, she gonna be making some flowers with that.
Like, what?
Right?
Well,
That's awesome.
Talisa
I
cannot
didn't even think about that till right now.
giveaway.
Carla's face, the faces she did.
All right. I'm going to let Crystal get started. Lots of acetone. Have I had it?
Thank goodness, because that's the only thing that's going to get crazy glue off.
Yep. Oh, she said for next month. Okay, so Talisa's giveaway is. Oh, wait.
Okay.
Christine has a headache, so we're going to whisper. So,
Oh,
flowers and appliques. Oh, my God. Well, we might have to go live Wednesday and have that giveaway because I want to participate.
she's probably been really happy that it's been a calm, quiet class then.
Oh yeah,
It has been. It's been very quiet, you know.
very talkative. Actually, I think most everybody was working on their project, so.
Mhm.
And people were typing in chat a lot, so.
Well, but I mean, me and Penny haven't been talking a lot, so it's been quiet for Christine. So that's great.
Sorry, Christine. All right, so next Monday we're going to have the applique and flower giveaway.
He's all talking quiet now.
So are you trying to imply that I'm a chatter monkey?
June's so funny. June said, "Why don't you just put me in timeout, Talise, and feel bad about it, and send me some for free."
Well, there's that.
Yeah. And I won't be doing the show next week because I want to be in the studio audience so that I could win the applique and flowers.
There's not going to be anybody here. I'm in the audience. What are you talking about?
Well,
Penny's kicking
your own girl.
everybody out.
Crystal, it's on you.
Well, myself just sitting there staring.
Is everybody eligible?
Okay, so I
Okay, it's on you. Sorry.
Okay, well, I'm going to just update everybody. So I text Ashley Higgins and just said, asked how Barbara is or whatever. I said, hey, this is Crystal, a friend of your mom's. Is she okay? She texts back saying, hi, she is okay. She just hasn't been feeling well. Her pain is getting to her and she is resting a lot. I said, okay, but she's okay though, right? Does she need anything? Is there anything we can do? And then she said, she is okay, just resting, trying to get her pain under control. Just pray that her pain calms down. So Everybody needs to say a prayer for her so that she can, or whatever, burn some white sage, whatever it is that your belief is, then do that for her. Please and thank you and stuff.
Yeah, and I got sorry, I wasn't checking Messenger, but yeah, I got a message from Shannon saying the same thing. And Barbara text I am back, and she said she was asleep.
Oh, okay.
And that she is in pain. So it's all the same thing.
I know she's okay, but why am I all teared up?
Yeah.
Because it's Barbara.
Because everybody cares about each other, and we want to make sure everybody's doing okay.
They always make me tear up when there's no tissues in this room.
Okay, I've got the glue. I've got to get the hot water. So I've got hot water, okay? And sorry, I'm just kind of, how am I going to do this? I need to do this into a third. So I'm just making a small batch. Okay, so you want to do equal parts, okay, as far as your water, your glue, and your plaster of Paris. So like me, I usually will do a 1 cup plaster of Paris, 1 cup of glue, PVA glue, and look, I did not even buy the Elmer's glue. I bought just regular glue, okay? So my normal thing is to do 1 cup of glue, 1 cup of plaster of Paris, and 1 cup of hot water, okay? And then 3 cups of white paint. All right. Now, a big thing that you don't want to do is you want to have your water, and then you want to pour the plaster of Paris into the water. Don't have your plaster of Paris down in your cup and then pour the water into it, because it's going to puff up and then you're going to inhale all those particles. So, okay. So now I'm going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to pour this in here, which I'm just doing a 1/4 cup. Okay. I'm doing a 1/4 cup of water, a 1/4 cup of glue, a 1/4 cup of plaster of Paris, and then 3/4 cup of paint, just because I don't need that much, so I didn't want to make that much. I don't want to, I mean, I won't waste it, but I also don't want to use all my paint. I'll go and buy cheaper paint. I just didn't realize I didn't have that much paint. I could have got that too, but I didn't know I needed it. So now what am I going to use this? So now I've got my 1/4 cup of water, and now I'm just going to dump this plaster of Paris in the water, and you want it to be hot. The hotter the better. And so I'm going to dump more. It's just like when you're making gravy,
Okay, while she's stirring. So, Amy, I was in my teens when my parents separated, so not really in my 20s or 30s, but I've had some of my friends whose parents separated later in life, and sometimes they just need to. Sometimes, it's they're trying to stay together for the children, and then when the children are older and they think that they're good to go, then sometimes they do separate. So,
is her parents separating?
well, I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, my parents had about 20 years of marriage, and then they separated. So they had 5 kids.
Well, but it's also different. Like my husband and I actually are experiencing this right now. So we are now, empty nesters. So my daughter is no longer living with us. So we have to, reinvent ourselves. We have to, remember who we were as actual people rather than just mom and dad, and as acting parents all the time. So it's really to get to know that person again. You knew them when you dated, of course, and then you become different people. So
Yeah, if you're not a mom or, supporting your husband at work and now he's retired and he's home with you and you're getting on each other's nerves, I mean, that could happen. He probably, if it's your parents, Amy, and I'm not saying it is.
oh, sorry.
Yes. Oh, there you go, Carl. I didn't even read that. And it says after retirement, some couples realize that they no longer have anything in common, and that's kind of what it is that they had their routine going. He worked, she was home taking care of the kids, the house, the da 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 da. Didn't bother each other too much. He came home, she fixed them dinner, they kind of maybe talked for a few and then went to bed. So I think if it's something serious, like really they just can't stand each other, but I think it really is just that he probably just needs to go golfing during the day, or she needs to go to some hobby during the day. Oh, look how that stencil looks, Krista. I don't know if you can look up.
Oh, wow.
These are the two faces.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, I like this face.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I love the eyes.
Yeah, me too.
The whole face shape is gorgeous. So I just literally mixed the two in. So you see me mix the plaster of Paris with the water. And then I mixed that mixture into the glue. And then I mixed the glue into the paint and did that all in here. And you can see, look how smooth that is. Okay. So that's runnier. I don't know if you can see it. No, you can't. That's runnier than I want it. So now is where you start messing around. Now is where you add more plaster of Paris, because and this is just going to be matter of preference, because some people like it really chunky, other people are really thick, other people don't. I'm one of those that I don't want it super thick, but I also don't want it super thin. So now I'm just going to, I just did what is that? It's a half of a quarter of a cup. So an eighth of a cup I just did. And now I'm doing an eighth a cup of plaster of Paris, because it's equal parts, and I knew that wasn't enough. And just like with gravy, you want to get that that flour, you want to get it nice and mixed very well. So there I added a little bit too much plaster of Paris, but that's okay, because and you'll see what I'm talking about. As long as you get that base that I just made, now you start tweaking it a little bit, but write down every time you add just a teeny bit more, because then you'll get your exact ratio, and then you'll be like, okay, bam, 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 I can just throw this together, So it just is it is a matter of preference, but it's going to be great. And if you want it to, and you want to make black gesso, you can mix this with black paint instead of white paint. So it's a very nice, and by having I don't know if you can see how creamy that is.
Mm-hmm.
You see how creamy that is? So by having that good and mixed with hot water, that's where your trick is. Okay. If you're good at making gravy, you'll be good at making gesso. Because that hot water, it does matter. So now I just added that in. Now I'm mixing this, and that's getting, it's a little bit thicker. I want it a little bit thicker than that though. So see, now I can feel that it's thickening up, and you can see, I don't know if you can see it on the side of my jar there drying, but it's drying pretty good. And the more plaster, the more you will the faster things will dry. Oop.
So if it's more plaster of Paris, then it'll dry faster.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
Which is what we like about gesso.
Right. And that's the whole thing too with the same thing with like any of the pumice stones, or like your what's the other things that we use, that crackle paste?
Yeah.
You know, I'm thinking that crackle paste has got to have some kind of plaster of Paris or something like that in it, because it just dries too fast. So and if I wanted it to be that medium consistency, then it would be perfect. It's just I didn't think about it until after I start making it, that I want it to do it so that I have a thicker consistency, not a thinner one, because the one that I already have is pretty thick, but this one I want to be just a little bit, I want it to be almost as thick as the Prima, but not quite as thick as the Stamperia. So I'm thinking that this is going to be perfect. If not, it's okay too, because I don't have any more plaster of Paris either. I've literally used all my supplies. Gotta go get more. I can't believe I went to the store and did not have my flippin' wallet. I had nothing. That was nuts.
Let me ask you a question. So if you have like that container of plaster of Paris that you got,
mm-hmm.
and the glue, and what else?
The glue,
yeah,
water, plaster of Paris, and paint is what it is.
So how many jars currently will that make you of the one you're holding? Because that looks like it's what, 4 cups?
Yeah, this is, yeah. How many will this whole thing make me, or what are you asking?
No. Of the supplies that you have now, that with that milk carton container of plaster of Paris, and like, let's say you get a big old thing of white paint, and then you have your big old thing of glue.
Mm-hmm.
Probably about 5 or 6 jars, huh?
Yeah, so you would want to use, like, if you were going to use this thing of plaster of Paris, you'd want to have something that's 3 times this size to equal your paint. So you'd want a gallon of paint, essentially.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, so if you had a gallon of paint, you had 3, or what is this, a quart? A
Mm-hmm.
quart of water, a quart of this, and a quart of school glue. You could make a whole ton. You could make 2 of these, 3 of these.
Barbara probably has like shelves and shelves and entire.
How many could you make of these? If this was, so you could make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You could make 6 of these. Yeah, because 2 of these in liquid, I believe, equals 1 of these. I believe. I know a gallon is 164 ounces, I want to say.
So, ladies, that can be one of your things. Okay, so there's your cost comparison.
Mm-hmm.
Your own gesso? Do you just buy gesso or whatever? You can do that cost comparison. You like making things. Oh, Amy, I'm sorry. So Amy's in the middle of the parents' issues, which is not good. It's not a good place to be. And I don't know if your mom or dad are both giving you the earful on it. No, he said it's to mind. Oh.
Well, it's hard to mind your own business if you're right in the middle of it, though, too.
That's what she just said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amy, the best thing you can do is listen. Yeah. Listen to your mom, listen to your dad if they talk to you. I wouldn't comment. And I would let them know. And I think I did this with my parents, is that if they're going to go with this tit for tat, then please, when is it? Oh, yeah. See, that's the thing that I was going to say. If they're going to go tit for tat, don't put me in the middle of it. Yeah. You probably need to stand your ground and be like, I am not the go-between.
Yep.
And tell them that they are the two adults and you're being more adult than they are.
Yep.
They can sit down without yelling or screaming or whatever.
Or
conversation.
you can sit them down and make them talk to you.
Yeah.
Both of them right there. They can have a conversation, but you're like, make sure that it doesn't start into arguments.
Yeah.
Well,
actual conversation. I've done that with my own folks.
Well, it's her parents, and I don't think she wants to have that kind of. Well, Amy, I don't think it would make it worse. You can sit them both down, and I've done this before.
That's what I did.
You can sit them both down and be like, I cannot be your go-between. I don't. You can let them know how it's making you feel.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe their parenting will come out and they will realize that they cannot put their child in the middle of it. Now, your brother is a dick. Sorry. And, oh, he is.
Yep.
And he should know that you are in the middle of it by virtue of being there. So you can either find them at the dinner table, find them when they're in thing. She said, yes, he is. Sorry, but he is. And I'm so sorry to the rest of you for using that word, but he is. But I would have that conversation with them or hide. I don't know your parents, so I don't know what works with them. I know you, and I know it's going to bother you if this continues, and it's not good for you and your emotional stability.
Right.
So you can let them both know together or separately, or send them a text message.
Sometimes that works.
Yeah, they got to read it. Send them a text message, do whatever, and say,
That's what I just said.
Tell them you only want what's supposed to be okay. No, yeah.
That's what I did. That's exactly what I did. I said, okay, here's the way it is. You're going to mess me up if you put me in the middle of things. So, whatever it takes for both of you to be happy, because that's exactly what I want for you.
Yeah, we're kind of mad at her parents and her brother right now. They're messing with Amy. We don't appreciate that. We're going to have to get the craft crew over to.
Tell them not to make us angry either. That's not a good plan.
Christine had a good idea, is to walk the dog if anything starts.
Yeah, or just go outside and sit in the yard or something.
Well, tell them they can communicate with each other by text. They both got phones. They both have texting capabilities.
Is there something that's happened, though? Is there something that they're going through? Is there a financial burden? Is there, is there a child sick? Are they paying someone's college and they're dropping out? Or is there anything like that going on?
Is it anything you can tell us?
Well, yeah, I guess I should. That's a good idea.
Yeah, we don't need to private.
Daddy had an affair.
What?
I don't know what the yes is, but did daddy?
Oh, I thought you said that's what she said. I was like, oh, damn.
Well, we were talking and
You're going to need counseling.
Yeah, we were talking and throwing stuff out there. She said yes, and I was like, what? Was daddy tripping the light fantastic?
Oh, she
Yeah.
did. He did. Oh.
Okay.
Daddy was tripping the light fantastic.
Yep.
Well,
Not uncommon. They're gonna need to-
Oh, digital though. Well,
well,
that's not real.
oh, tell your mom just to
on
cipher
the computer.
shopping spree out of him and cut off his internet.
No, they need to go to counseling.
Right.
They
They
have
just
to
need
talk
to
to each other. Honest to God, that's the only thing that's gonna get them through this.
Well, and this is what I found from watching the ID channel.
Oh Lord.
Yes, she did just say that.
Oh my God.
He's so cute, I swear.
So,
Nut butt.
so as long as nobody has, it doesn't look like there's any murdering that's happening.
Oh, this is so.
I've watched the ID channel. I know these things.
So do I.
I watched a lot of ID. I watched Oprah when she was on,
Apparently too much.
right? So right now, his blame game is, well, you're not giving me what I need, so I'm gonna have to get it from the digital peoples. Because he can't get. I don't know what Daddy looked like or his physical shape, but he may not have that game anymore. So, yeah. Oh. So yeah. So I don't know what Daddy's physical state is. Yeah, he is, and he wants to feel. What do you call it?
Sexy.
No,
Vital.
no, not sexy, but he wants
Vital.
to feel needed. No, there's this thing with men, and I've read books on this as well. I've seen men are from Mars, men are from Venus. I
Women are-
Women are
girls trip, and The Affair on Showtime. I'm an expert. So,
Oh no.
oh yeah, I got this. Amy. So, Daddy, it ain't about the sexy. Daddy wants to feel needed. And if you
Tired.
see, there you go. Everybody works out. Well, there is a reason why. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, I don't know your daddy's physical shape or features, but and I don't know how much game he has. So, digital may be the way to go with him. And
I honestly do not want to be envisioning.
oh, Penny, this is a serious conversation now. And digital, it's all about the money. If Daddy is not feeling like he's needed or wanted, yes, he can go digital. It's easy. I don't know how long Daddy's been doing the digital.
Yeah, but sometimes it doesn't stay digital.
Right. It
That's
makes it
because you
easier.
find someone to take it non-digital.
Yeah.
He has not gone to the next step, which brings us to, and this is stuff you shouldn't be asking Daddy, but not feel needed anymore.
Or maybe you should. That'll come back to reality.
And I don't know, because I don't know how much time your mom spends with your dad, if she talks to your dad about her day, if they go out and have lunch, or if she wants him to fix the dryer because it broke, or does she just call the handyman? Men always got to be like, feel like they're needed. When they're at work, they feel like they're needed because they're working. Now he's retired.
So he's lost his sense of.
Oh, Amy, your brother's a D, and don't call him for anything else. If he wants to find out, he can find out from his mom and dad.
Oh, damn. And then call my mother for confirmation. What?
Yeah.
Confirming what? I'm confused.
He didn't believe what Amy was saying.
That that they're having problems.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think Daddy just needs counseling, and he needs to take Mama to counseling too, because regardless, it is not one or the other's fault. Yes, your dad took it to the digital extreme, but your mom has some, what's that word?
Culpabilities.
There you go.
Right. If you have problems in your marriage, it's both people involved one way or
Your
another.
mom has some culpability, so you cannot put it all on your dad. Yes, he's
No.
going through a midlife crisis because he was big bad daddy at the
Oh,
job,
yeah.
and now he's home doing nothing, probably sitting there eating bonbons and watching, General Hospital or something. I don't know.
The visuals are just getting better and better.
He started about a year or so ago when I showed my dad. Oh, darn. What are we doing on Facebook? Tell him.
Oh, well, you know what? You know what? Put a block on there.
Put a block on his account.
Damn right.
He's an adult.
But yeah,
Oh well.
Learn to act like an adult.
I'd be like, Daddy, you're not allowed to use the internet no more.
have Amy, I'm serious. Have a serious conversation. Forget your brother. Your brother's an idiot. But have a serious conversation with your dad and say, Dad, are you getting what you need? Are you getting what you need from Mom?
Have you bothered to ask?
Huh?
Has he bothered to ask or discuss things with her mom?
Probably not.
They tend to run off without even, giving the woman a chance to understand. Instead of talk about it, they'd rather just go fix it themselves. And usually that doesn't work out very well. Now, does it?
Yeah.
Nope.
But I think
Okay, I'm gonna go rinse these. I'll be right back.
okay. But I think if he's gotten that far with giving people stuff and money and people taking advantage of him, of his vulnerability, that he is not feeling needed. And usually when that happens, the man, in this case your dad, he feels needed by these women because they need something they need his money. It doesn't matter what is happening, they need him. And that's how people take advantage of older men and older women, because there are some needy women too, older.
That's right.
Not me,
older
not me particularly. Now, can I get a sugar daddy? Can I do I want a sugar daddy? Heck yeah.
No.
But you know what I mean. There are some people that want sugar daddies. They want sugar mamas. They want. Oh, can I be a sugar mama? No, I don't like giving up my money. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, there's that. So yeah, I would have an honest conversation with your dad and tell your dad to go get some psychological help.
Yep.
And then take your mama with him, because evidently your mom's not giving your dad what he needs.
Need marriage counseling.
Right, just marriage counseling. They're just they're empty nesters. They just need, and it's good that it's early rather than late. I mean,
before he takes out a second mortgage to buy someone an apartment or something.
Right. Yeah.
Oh my God. June said she still wants a robot.
Oh, well, there's that.
Well, she needs to make an appointment, and both are required to show up. There's going to be the couples counseling, and then there's individual counseling as well, and all of it's pretty necessary.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to do a redo on the gesso. I'm going to go get a big thing of paint and some actual a whole jug of plaster of Paris. I mean, this is nice, but it's still a little too chunky. It's not quite as thick as I'm wanting, but it's getting there. But I tried mixing something else in it instead of the plaster of Paris, just because I'm out of freaking plaster of Paris, and that didn't work. I mean, it made it a little bit thicker, but I didn't want anybody to see what I was doing because I didn't want them to mess it up and do it themselves and it not be good. So, but we're going to have to revisit this because this is not the way that I'm going to have to look for my recipe. That it's been a minute since I've made it. So I've got it dialed down to an exact.
Okay.
But
Amy said, question, can you use baking soda?
You can, Amy, but it makes it very gritty. You can't get rid of that texture.
Mm-hmm.
And baby powder actually leaves it gritty as well. It's kind of like a soft grit You know, I don't like the feeling of those, so that's why yeah, Marble Dust is great. Marble Dust is fantastic, but not a lot of people can get a hold of it. So
Seriously, you should be able to.
well, yeah, but I mean, like, a lot of these girls don't really, they like to order things. Well, I get, yeah, you can order it. Good grief.
Amazon.
Right?
Me and the internet. I don't do things on the internet. I always go and buy things. I go to the store. And so I always forget about the internet. I always do because I don't buy things on the internet.
Hey,
Well, for
June.
those of us that only shop on the internet, trust me, it's easy.
Yeah. But hey, I've got to go finish up my dinner. Dennis is like, it's 9:30.
All right, so it is 10:30. We kind of finished early actually, so that's a good thing. But so next week again, I'm gonna leave you with this. Make sure you let your canvas dry overnight. Where's my canvas? Oh.
See, Talise made a very good point. She said, I'm not the same person after my ordeal in the hospital. Menopause is kicking my butt, but it's not an excuse for cheating.
Nope.
That's right. There's lots of reasons. There's never an excuse.
No,
But there's a ton of reasons.
Right.
And that's what they need to get to the bottom of, is the reasons, and so they can sort them out.
No, Amy, there's a store I actually go and get cases of it. It's made here in Utah.
Oh,
Yeah.
everything's made in Utah. I swear to God.
Right?
It's just nothing but crap.
It's crazy. And we've got Google here now, so
Oh,
right?
oh my God.
Yep.
Oh, no problem, Amy. Anytime.
Amy, that's such a common thing that I bet you half the people that you talk to.
Yeah, and this is a closed session. It will never be published.
Exactly.
All right.
They will stay up as long as we're doing the mixed
safe
media
zone.
classes. And if you I already had my hysterectomy, best thing I ever did. But yeah, I actually got not nicer after a hysterectomy. Go figure. Anyway. But yeah.
Well, my mother isn't the same mind and body the same. So she is of the same
No,
mind and body, or she's not?
she's not.
She's not.
Hey, so I'm going to go. Sorry, love you girls, but I've got to go.
Directions for the rest. All right, so
Bye.
bye. All right, so it's on me. All right, so again, I'm gonna go over the canvas. Go ahead, let your canvas dry overnight. Then tomorrow, play with your composition, play with your flow. You should have a flow about it. If it's not, then give me a message on the mixed media chat. Myself or Crystal will. Thank you, June.
Hey, Nikki.
Yes.
Does anyone have any questions before I go? Sorry, I should have asked. But the basis of it is 1 part water, 1 part glue, 1 part plaster of Paris, and then 3 parts paint. Okay. I'm thinking that I usually do 1.5 cups of plaster of Paris when I'm wanting it thicker. But I mean, it's a good gesso just by itself without me making it thicker. With those instructions, yes, thank you, Penny. With those 1 water, 1 glue, 1 plaster of Paris, and then 3 paint.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought
Yeah. So 1, and 3. Yeah.
1,113. Remember that number.
Right. It's great. It will do a lot of coverage, and it does it quick, and it dries quick because it's on the thinner side of medium instead of the thicker side of medium. But okay. But did anybody have any questions?
No, they don't. Go feed your man.
Okay, bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Too bad we couldn't see below. He was probably in ankles.
See Dennis at the door. Come on, I'm hungry.
Right.
right? All right. So if you have crafted along with me, make sure your canvas dries overnight. Work on your composition, get it to where that's what you want it. And then also think about the color you want to spray and what color you want your resin pieces to be. And then look at your wax, because we're also going to wax it. Wax on, wax off. If you want to individually color these, you can. I don't plan on it, but I probably will give it a good spray over top. Then let it again, let it dry, play with it, take a picture of your composition, and then next week we are going to use, you can either or use the spray. I'm going to use sprays as a base, and then I'm going to take a little bit of color because I want to show you both ways you can do it. I'm going to take a little bit of the blue color and go over top and let it have my little drip downs. And then we should finish it up, let it dry, and then adhere our pieces to it. So I probably wouldn't add much more to the canvas. Nope, I'm not. I'm going to add my resin pieces, a butterfly, some flowers, and then I'm good. Not too much more. Good night, June. All right, Carla. I think Chris, I'm getting her kit out. I already sent her kit out. It's at the post office. Hopefully they scanned it in. And I will get your kit out to you. I think you should. My phone died, so I haven't checked the message, but make sure you send me your address via Messenger. And that's all I have. And if nobody has any more questions, hopefully I've covered everything and you're all well on your way to finishing your canvas. Just text, put it like, just like Amy said, put question and then put the question in the mixed media and I will see it and answer it. I don't think there's no other questions. Oh, yay! This was a very enjoyable class.
It was.
Yeah, and I like these 8. I don't know. Y'all let me know if y'all like these 8x8 canvases because these are pretty cute.
I love that size.
Yeah, I do like a series of them. They're a little cute size. And I like the 4x6 as well.
They're really cute on the walls.
Well, I'm actually probably going to watch the... Oh, there's Martha. I'm actually probably going to watch The Voice for a little bit and then go to sleep. As soon as I haven't ate, so I'm going to go eat late, very late. But it's going to be a light soup.
I'm going to check on my boys.
Yes. All right. Thank you, Miss Penny, for joining me tonight in reading chat and providing your...
You guys are reading most of the night.
Commentary. I know. And thank you, ladies, for joining me for the first beginning canvas mixed media, beginning mixed media 8x8 canvas class. Good gracious. Next Monday, 7 o'clock, same time. And I will see you ladies then.
Bye, everybody.
Let me know. Bye-bye.